Usually it's me, Stephen, that gets this, so...
Didn't you ask me to come and see what it's like in here?
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in? I'll come and see us. Question is, when I get back out again.
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside. I want to hear the stories behind these voices. I want to know how they got here. And if there is any hope for them to change. To do that, I need to meet these prisoners face to face in their cells. There are over 1,000 men in here, split across houses that each hold a different type of prisoner. My first stop is the newest one, Davis House, for what the jail calls enhanced prisoners, men cooperating with the prison regime. But that cooperation can be temporary. The first prisoner I'm meeting is Andreas, originally from Lithuania. He has a violent history inside and outside of prison. It's taken him 10 years to earn enough trust to be on this wing.
Good to see you.
Big honor to meet you, actually.
At 6'6", I'm hoping his good behaviour isn't about to come to an end.
I can offer a cup of coffee, a cup of tea for you, Stephen.
No, I'm all right. You have a... Who's this?
That's Puke. She's my best friend. And look, Stephen. She's sleeping because my nose can do like that every time. She's 4 years old now, and yes.
She's very...
Yeah, and she's got plenty of food, everything. She's my best friend.
How old are you now?
36.
So you've been in here 15 years?
Yeah, nearly 15 years, nearly.
That's a lot of your life.
Yeah,
in this tiny
wasted. And that's my first mistake. First mistake, no criminal record at all, nothing at all.
You're saying it was a mistake. What are you in jail for 15 years for? What did you do?
Murder. It's no mistake. It was it's biggest mistake in my life, actually. And I regret what I've done it, and I never can forgive myself. Never.
What happened?
Just a man was attacked for no reason. Drink. Me and my friend go walking home and attack man for no reason.
On the 23rd of March 2008, Andreas and another man waited outside a bar in Dungannon and followed 32-year-old Sean Fitzpatrick as he left. They assaulted him, dragged him into an alleyway and beat him to death.
My friend punched and we started beating this man. I kicked this man as well, and it's hard to remember.
I need you to try to remember for me.
It's very hard to remember. And we dragged in an alleyway and just beat to death. The guy beating.
You dragged him in an alleyway?
Yeah. It's an innocent guy. What we done it, like innocent guy, and it's hard to tell it.
So it still haunts you, his face?
Yes, and just go been all my life. What I get out, even I finish my sentence. Still go for all my to my grave. Even I go remember what I done it.
The devastation that Andreas has caused has ripped through the lives of those who knew and loved Sean Fitzpatrick and has now reached his own family.
My granddad shot himself.
After you got sentenced for murder, your grandfather took his own life?
Yeah, took on this life, and my grandmother hanged herself as well.
What?
My grandmother hanged herself, took her own life as well.
And do you think your grandfather and your grandmother might have taken their own lives because of your crime? Have you thought about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I caused to everyone pain. Sorry a little bit. Sorry a little bit.
You okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So what would you say to the family of your victim?
I talk to somebody's son, somebody's cousin, somebody's brother, and just a sorry again, and I go sorry every time.
The brutal truth is that sorry doesn't cut it. It doesn't bring back Sean Fitzpatrick for his family. The only thing Andres can do is show he's trying to change, that he might one day be safe to return to society. A job in the kitchens, completed victim impact courses, even his bird, are all steps towards that rehabilitation.
You want to bite me?
Oh, I love biting. Look.
Oh my God!
Look. Yes.
I hope it doesn't shit in my shirt.
That's why she's the one. No, she's good friend. She's good friend. Yeah, some people don't like, but she's good. Yes, actually, I tell you as well. Some people in here taking drugs as well, and one day a guy was killed on board. How you can do like that to animal?
Do you understand how there will be some people watching this and they're seeing how kind you are to an animal and they know that you murdered a human being?
I know. Can answer this. It's very hard now. It's very hard because I was 21 years old. That's why, Stephen.
I've been thrown off balance by Andres. He is a murderer, and he's not been fully honest about the homophobic nature of his attack. I'll be back to challenge him about that later. But if I'm entirely honest, he comes across as likeable, and that battle is why I'm here.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She's my best friend.
How do we punish him for who he is, but change him into who he needs to be? David Savage is the governor of Maghaberry Prison. He and Andres have history.
So was he kicking off at the start?
He's a significant prison disciplinary record behind him. Him and I had an adult-type chat in his cell, and that I told him in simple terms that he needed to change his attitude. He's one of the men in here that I have a bit of an affinity with, you know, in that I see him when he came in at his most vulnerable. I've seen him when he was at his worst.
Do you find it difficult to park what they've done? So he murdered someone?
He did, and I'm not an apologist for crime of any shape, manner or form. We're not here to punish people further. People coming into prison lose their liberty, and the loss of liberty is their punishment. You know, that is their debt to society being repaid, and many people will feel that a debt isn't repaid by that. But ours is to change them, Stephen. Ours is to make them come out the gate on the other side of their sentence as fitter, healthier, more educated, and more enabled to become part of the community they return to. There's the carrot and there's the stick, as everyone talks about in society. So, you know, the carrot in here is much more appealing than the stick.
In 2015, the Chief Inspector of Prisons said Maghaberry was the most dangerous prison he had ever been in, and a recent report found there are still significant issues.
Oh, Mr. Nolan. Hello, the jail deck, Mr. Nolan.
Yes.
We lock like dogs every day. There's heroin in it, there's foams in it, there's everything in it. The cells are stinking, they're unhygienic, the sinks are blocked, the toilets are blocked, the sink there in the streets.
Well, why don't you keep your own cell clean?
So what do you mean, sir? Here, what are you going to wash it? What are you going to wash it with? They wouldn't even give you a cloth to wash it.
Sinks are blocked, the toilets are fucking rotten.
Look here, tell you what, I'm sitting there with a broken finger, it's cut down to the bone.
How'd you break it?
Somebody cut it with a knife for about 4 days ago. It's infected, and I've been out to see the medic from 9 o'clock this morning and still haven't seen it.
How long have you been in?
This jail's been run.
How long have you been in here for?
I've been out last week and back in there 4 days later, but that's not the point.
Out last week and back in 4 days later.
But that's not the point. I'm all about that, my finger.
I watched your show last time I was in here. You're chasing people about for a fucking mask.
I know, we didn't make sense.
I was chasing a bird for a mask. You watched it?
No,
I did watch it. Had to turn you off.
Did you like it?
No, listen. When's this coming on?
See, you see people like you tell me you don't like the show and then you watch it.
Yeah, listen, you've no choice when you're stuck in here.
See you later.
Don't put it on the BBK all the way.
Like, do you think his finger's really bad and you wouldn't treat it?
Not that I'm a medic, but I think he's maybe exaggerating slightly.
Okay, David.
I've been given unprecedented access to this prison, but because it's a Category A jail, I have to be escorted at all times. And Senior Officer Anita has been given that unenviable task.
Go back to the dentist. Good to see you.
Especially when she has to listen to me gurn about my toothache.
Big dreading you coming in all day.
Sore.
Imagine if you had to do childbirth.
I look like I do. What is this I've been given?
Paracetamol. You're taking them now before we go any further. I can't listen to you.
You put them in my mouth for me.
Could throw it round you.
It hasn't worked. Thank you very much.
It's clear there are two paths in here. Cooperate and work with the prison, or fight against it. Kieran is a serial offender.
Just doing a wee bit of laundry. Some people want their laundry back right away, does their head in, but sure, gets me out of the cell.
But this is the first time he's cooperating.
See, to be honest, I didn't even know how to work a wash machine. I had to learn how to work it. Maybe he's back with me here. Officer, would you be able to open the door? He's not in, he's in the barber. Yeah, I'll hang him up for him. Half 2, miss, that's my mate from the outside. You have to go the extra mile for your mate, so you do. The extra wee bit. He's appreciated, I'd appreciate someone doing my sort my stuff out.
Where are you? I can't see you. See, you're all...
Life goes on in here. There's a rhythm and a flow, a sense of normality. But scratch the surface, and you quickly remember why these men are here.
Well,
What's happening?
what's the crime you're in for?
Possession of Class A with intent to supply.
What type of drug?
Class A drug, coke. But attempting to possess the benzocaine.
Like, I've seen so many people in here, never mind the outside, who are wrecked
Yeah,
with cocaine,
yeah.
and you're one of the boys that deals it.
It's easy money, just. That's long story short, but I'm hoping now, like, you know, see, when I got released in May 2020, and I was in for selling Class B drugs for cannabis. So then I got out, then I couldn't get a job, so I just resorted back to selling drugs again. Hopefully, as time I get out, I can get a job, like.
Do you never feel really, really, like, guilty of being one of those guys that's wrecking somebody's life by dealing it?
I'm not force people to take it, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not force people to buy it. It's on their own head if they want to buy it, like.
So do boys like you not have a profound sense of you're destroying so many lives?
I'm not actually destroying somebody's life. I know if they want to buy it, they can buy it, but I'm not forcing them to, like. You know?
When I'm talking to the families of people who are dead
Yeah.
through drugs,
Yeah.
you're the type of boy I talk about. And there's mothers sitting there like they're wrecked,
Yeah.
and their child's in a ditch.
I wouldn't put myself in the same category as that, like.
Why not?
On the outside, I'm, like, yes, I sell drugs, but I'm not, like, what's the word you're looking for there? Like, it's, like, I'm not a scumbag myself, like, do you know what I
But
mean?
what's the difference between a cocaine dealer and a scumbag cocaine dealer?
There's somebody that takes advantage of people, like, you know.
And you weren't?
I wasn't taking advantage, you know, really, no. I was just supplying people. I was not, like, pressurising anyone to take it.
Like, you know we're talking straight.
Yeah, 100%,
Right?
yeah.
Like, I've sat opposite so many victim families. Like, you know, so many where people have died through drugs, where lives are destroyed. Look in here at some of them that are trying to fight addiction. And you're kind of smiling at...
no.
You're smiling as in it's up to them whether they take it.
I'm smiling because you're trying to portray me as some sort of real villain here, but I'm not, do you know what I mean? I know I'm not. And you ask me why, but I can't think off the top of my head how to explain it. Just I'm not a villain, like, do you know what I mean?
So is it possible that you're in denial as to the destruction that cocaine causes, and you're trying to sugarcoat it?
No, I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. I know maybe me supplying drugs has affected people's lives. Obviously it does, like, because it affected my life when I was taking it. But as far as I'm aware, that's my past. I'm not doing that anymore. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
Listen, I regret doing it big time, and I'm sorry for if I have wrecked somebody's life. But that's my past.
The past. A lot of these men are keen to say they've changed, that they've moved on. But over 90% of people who enter prison in Northern Ireland are reoffenders. Kieran tells us he has over 100 convictions. I'm catching up with him in his cell.
Well, Kieran.
Well, Stephen, what's the crack?
What's the crack with you?
Oh, good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, mate.
Got a toothache and I'm bad today.
That's all them Mars bars you're eating.
I'm suffering.
There's only him here, mate. Suffering in this place.
Are you?
Aye.
What are you in for and how long are you in?
I mean, I originally came in 2 counts of common assault. I was shouting at a nurse and shouting at a police officer. I got arrested for that there.
And were you high on drugs at the time,
I
really?
was under the influence of street diazepam. While I was in the police cells, I had a cigarette in my pocket and I asked or in the court cells, I asked for a light. They wouldn't give me a light, and I said, if you don't give me a light, I'm going to piss all over the cell. They wouldn't give me a light, so I pissed all over the cell.
Why would you want to urinate all over your own
Out
cell?
my head and tablets. Every single one of my convictions is under the influence of drugs or possession of drugs or going to get drugs. Every single one of them.
And what drug is it?
Pregabalin, diazepam. To be honest, it's any prescription medication that cures the voices in my head, the anxiety, the depression, the nightmares, the stress. There's one drug can... I suffer from PTSD. Stuff happened to me when I wouldn't say a child, it was 11, 12.
What happened?
A man molested me, so he did. A man molested me. A man used to give us drugs, so he did, and bring us into his house, reeled us in, reeled me in. Happened to a couple of other people, don't want to say no names, but I was only a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I was going in, this man was handing me lumps of dope. 30 quid bit of dope was like £1 million back in the day, because I was only a kid. I was getting a big chunk of dope. So I was doing it and letting him touch me and all, and then things escalated. I'll tell God's honest truth now, I seen the drugs and thought, I was only a kid. I was still going in the house and touching me arse, touching down there and all. I didn't give a fuck, because I was only a kid. I didn't know it was child abuse, you know what I mean? I wasn't educated enough to know what was going on. That's a God's honest truth, Steve. May lightning strike me dead now. May lightning strike every one member of my family. Then I'm not lying to you now. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. And what's fucking going on with me, and what my life's been fucking ruined by is here. The fucking health service won't even fucking help me. Do you know what I mean? Won't even give me medication to help my PTSD. I took my medication this morning. It's not prescribed me. I went and bought it. Someone gave me it. Someone knows I need it. I took medication. I don't give a fuck. I'm playing a game in here. I've been treated like a dog all my life in this jail.
How's that help? Now, come on.
Because how does it help, Steve? We're fucking in here locked like dogs, mate. We're locked behind a fucking door. Well, we don't get medication.
You're clearly saying, you're saying this. I'm not qualified to say it, but you're saying you're mentally ill.
I'm mentally ill, yeah. I had a probation officer. My probation officer said she was going to get me into a year's respite in a mental hospital, and it didn't happen. She told me she was going to get me to do CBT. It didn't happen. Told me a lot of things. It didn't happen.
You said to me that you bought drugs in here.
I didn't buy drugs. I bought medication.
What's that mean?
I bought prescription medication.
How can you buy stuff in jail? You've no money.
Listen, I was giving them, there you go. I was giving them. I'm not saying who, I'm not saying where.
Do you find it hard to sleep here at night?
I don't sleep, so I plot revenge on every single bastard that's done me wrong. Do you know, it's got to the point, I hope you show us here, because I want to say it. I'm going to end up shooting a cop dead, shooting a sex offender dead, and shooting a fucking doctor dead.
Don't say that.
But this is seeing I lie at night, this is what goes on in my head.
Kieran, do you understand how crazy it is for you to say it out loud, how detrimental it is to
I hate
you?
the truth, Steve.
But you're talking about, you know, not being able to stop hurting someone on the outside. Like, we've got to work out a way of making you safe and you keeping yourself
But
safe.
do you blame me? Because
I'm not blaming you.
No, I know you're not blaming me, but I mean, you must understand where I'm coming from, because I want my own back. Do you know why? I shouldn't even say it on camera. I don't give two fucks, because I'd kill me, I'll die bleeding. I went down to that taxi offender's house, the fucking poured petrol in his letterbox and set him on fire, only I seen his wife, and I didn't want to kill his wife, because his wife done fuck all on me. I was going to set that bastard on fire, and walked away and forgot about it.
Well, you need help for the abuse that you...
Nexus, sexual health counselling, being killed in a hostel. It's also, I know everything I need, Stephen. I've done bereavement counselling for all the friends I've lost. This is why I don't give a fuck, because they all died through suicide, not getting the help they needed. So if I turn around and whack someone, a health professional, if I turn around and kill a health professional, and that's a statement made, and I'll go to jail, I believe I'm going to jail to help everyone else that's about to kill themselves, that has killed themselves. I'm standing for what I believe in.
Kieran.
It hurts me to think that I've lost...
Kieran,
I don't want me to start naming all the people. I've actually seen a girl hanging on Christmas night and everything. Do you know what I mean? I seen my wee cousin fucking only after Dan. Did he hung himself? God forgive me for even saying it. I love you to bits, dear son. But that's the fucking truth. That's what I have to live with, Stephen. This is what this place is. The healthcare is a fucking biggest load of bollocks. It's a shambles, mate. It's a fucking shambles.
Okay, but you don't want to be talking about... Let's just think about what you said, right?
I don't want to be talking about killing someone.
Killing a health professional, someone that's there.
It has to happen, Stephen. I'm going
Kieran, Kieran,
well,
hold on.
Listen, you
Kieran,
may be right.
Kieran, now wait.
Go ahead,
wait.
go ahead.
Hold on now.
You're all right. Like,
But hold on. A health professional who has children like you, who has a mum and dad, who has done nothing against you.
Is that right? Well, what about fucking Stephen, Kieran, now that have a mother and father? Dermot, what about all them that have a mother and father and had kids? They all fucking had to die because no one fucking helped them. Fuck, Steve. This is sensitive. It's fucking sensitive what you're talking about. It's all my mates. It's not them all, Dermot. They were the closest.
I can see how you're
What about fucking Robert, Colleen? What about Steve's fucking child? What about them all killing themselves? No bastard fucking helped them. People say the fucking health service good. The health service is a fucking shambles. What about all my friends that had to die? All the fucking fallen soldiers. That's why I'm gonna go up and pick up a gun. Because I want to change things the way we're being fucking treated. Just because we're in jail and we have problems with fucking drugs, don't mean we're not entitled to help. We're fucking entitled to help, Steve. And no way I'm shooting at you. This is for the fucking health service. Wake up and fucking smell the coffee. There's people fucking dying everywhere. Fuck's sake. Look at people fucking dying in the town. 5 wee girls your week. Wee Patrick McElroy found there. What the fuck? Like, help us. Give us fucking help. Fucking don't lock us up and put us away and keep us away from our family. Make things worse. Fucking help us. That's what we need. Help, Steve. Not you. I'm not shooting at you. I'm saying we need fucking help. Fuck, we're the vulnerable ones. Do you know what I mean? If it means, well, what about all the people that have died through drugs and all, that no healthcare professional has been able to help? That's why I feel like, I'm not saying I'm gonna kill one, that's why I wanna kill one. I want one to whack so they know how it fucking feels. I see my fucking aunt heartbroken, so I do. My aunt's heart's fucking broke because her son took her. Do you know what I mean, Steve? That's not fucking right. I shouldn't have to see my aunt like that.
I know.
Fucking my best friend the whole way through school called to my door every morning, 8:10, went over and got the bus together. It's fucking tears in my eyes talking about it, Steve.
I know.
It's fucking that nice, mate. That's what I have to live with. Now do you understand the trauma I've been? Never mind it's sexual abuse, never mind it's just fucking bereavement too. There's a lot of things. But no doctor, I don't get the time to speak to a doctor. The doctor stand up and tell me you have to go on. Like fucking doctor said, fucking back down there, I tell you something. That's the way we get treated. Blanked out by health professionals. It's not your problem. It actually is. It's all of our problems because we all live here.
Oh, listen, it is the one clear thing, Kieran, from this interview. The compelling thing from this interview is for anybody that thinks that it's not everybody's problem listening to you. It absolutely is. Because you will be not just in here, you will be released into society, and therefore, you know, all of the all of those people that wonder about how much resource should be put into prisons and prisoners.
To save money, that's why they don't do
No,
it.
but you will get out.
What
You
we're
will get
talking
out.
about there?
And so we need to fix you, don't we? Because imagine you in this state on the outside.
I feel like I have to tell Anita about Kieran's threats.
What he said was he has it in his head to kill a police officer.
She's agreed to speak to him.
Don't give ultimatums if you don't do this.
I'm not saying if you don't do this, I'm saying...
But can you understand how...
This is where I'm being misunderstood my whole life. Yes, it does seem that way, but
do you understand what I'm saying?
Friends that have had to die, and it's fucking turning me bitter because they didn't get the help they needed. So I'm like, bastards killed my friends, more or less killed my friends, so I'm going to fucking kill one of them. I'm not going to do it, but it's like if you're fighting your husband, you're like, see, I fucking hate you. You don't mean you hate him. It's something you say. It's a figure.
But I said you think about what you say before it comes out.
Please don't be worrying, mate. Do you want a hug?
No.
All right.
Same with me. You know what I mean? I don't want to worry. Don't be worrying.
Thank you. It's the first time in here I'm frightened. Frightened for him, but frightened for the professionals working around him. Frightened for society. He's due out in a couple of months' time. And so this is a wake-up call for me about the complexity of the people, the complexity of the situation in a maximum security prison, who they're dealing with, the issues they're dealing with. See this simplistic stuff of throw away the key. See when you hear time after time these people are getting out, Kieran is getting out. So do we try our very, very best to fix him? Who's in any doubt about that, having listened to that interview? I'm just stunned.
I'm seriously. Hold on a minute. But I'm being serious. I'm sick and tired of you saying, oh, it's being handpicked. It is not being handpicked. But I'm asking people to speak and they're going, no, no, no. I'll be up to see you. I'll be up to see you.
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in?
I'll come and see you. Question is, will I get back out again?
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside.
You're getting treated like criminals in here, Stevie.
News of me being inside has spread like wildfire. The prisoners are deeply suspicious. I want to see for myself how the prison system works, and I will not be pulling any punches when I'm talking to these criminals. They've put themselves in here.
Oh, you can get a tie up whenever I get out.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What's a tie up? Is a tie up what I think it is?
Yeah, we're going to tie you up and steal your hobby. Obviously. Right, listen, I was speaking of something serious.
I don't like the sound of that. I know he was joking. Of course he was joking.
The prisoners have no doubt about what leads them back in here, time and time again.
You don't really care about us, but see if someone gets out, right, and no address, they're going to go and take drugs. They're putting the probation's putting the public at risk as well, not just us, the public, they take tablets and they don't know what they're doing. They'll go out and end up killing someone, they don't know where to live, they've nothing. Do you know what I mean, man? It's putting the public at risk and me at risk.
You need to go to the yard, they're starting to shout.
Are these men getting increasingly dangerous as they get lost in a broken system? Or do they need to take more account of their own actions and stop blaming everybody else. The Barber School is an attempt to inject responsibility and structure into their lives.
Nice to see you.
Rory is my barber today.
So how long have you been learning to do this, Rory?
Years. I was in jail barber, no. A butcher on the wing. But
what's that mean? What do you mean?
A butcher, just like butchering people.
On the wing?
Everybody in here think they're a barber. So they, they all say I'm cut it, but they can't, And that's the way I was. But I got over here and I got all my qualifications and my fully qualified. The only thing I don't have is cutthroat. With spec,
Cutthroat?
Yeah, no, the cutthroat razor for the shaving. That's the only thing I don't have. No, the only qualification I don't have.
Yes.
No, can't do it because you're not allowed them in here. You're not, but you're allowed everything else.
I always get a number 0.
Right.
To cut all the white hair out.
Knock the greys out.
You knock out.
We trim off the top.
A short. We're not too short.
No skinhead. I think it's too skinhead.
Do you indeed?
It's
not happening.
No, I've got you. So I've got you.
How long have you been in for?
I'm in 4.5 years. So, yeah.
So what for?
Aggravated burglary.
And was it a life of crime?
Drugs have a big part of playing.
What age did you start taking them?
13. But you think it's brilliant, so you do, you think it's all fine and dandy. But when you're sitting in your flat by yourself on a Tuesday morning slimming coke like a head case, what are you really doing to your life? Do you know what I mean?
So how were you funding it?
Crime.
What?
Crime burglaries.
Had you no guilt back then?
No, then, no.
Why?
I didn't care. So then, I didn't care about no one about part of myself.
So what was your lowest moment?
My lowest moment? Maybe the crime I'm in for. Maybe that.
And talk me through it.
So we just robbed someone. Knocked the door at night and we had a family in the house. We then tied them up. We robbed them. And family got put for an awful lot. So they didn't.
Were there children in the house?
No. But it was a family, it was a man, a woman and a son. So like a middle-aged couple and like an adult son.
So you go into the house and what do you do?
So then robbed them. They were tied up and they were robbed. They were physically tortured. This isn't something I was expecting for the boys and that.
I know.
This really isn't something.
I know. What do you mean they were tortured?
They were assaulted, they were physically assaulted. One was hitting a heavy hammer. The same fella got hit by a kettle of boiling water. And the adult son got hit a few slaps. So he did. There's 3 of us, and that's about as much as I'm getting into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even I didn't even know it's just going to affect me like this. I swear to God, it didn't. But.
And why would you need to physically harm people if you had them tied up?
I'm not going down that road because there's only I can't say there's only so much I can say, and there's only so much of the crime I took part in. Yes, I was involved there. I was there at the thing.
That's fair enough.
Cutting hair is an escape for Rory, an escape from addiction, an escape from his past, but reality will always find its way in.
You happy enough yet?
Brilliant.
Good?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
First one's free.
Unlike some in here, Rory seems to realise the harm he's caused.
See, the victims of this, they're just ordinary people. They're not even involved in like criminality. Not that I'd excuse it, but they're just an ordinary people going about their everyday life. And then their life gets turned upside down. So it does. Who the fuck am I to come in someone's house and turn their life upside down? What gives me a right to do that? They live in a house in the middle of nowhere. Like there's no neighbours, so there's no help. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so they could be out living there, like they live in a house in the middle of nowhere, windy night or something, they could get scared, just to hear things maybe. You should feel safe in your own home. What gives me the right to do that on someone? And that's exactly what my man says to me on the phone and the police station says, well, who the fuck do you think you are? Do you know what I mean? It's not right, isn't it?
And all of these years later, how many years are we after the crime?
5 nearly.
You literally fell into that seat when you were thinking about it.
Heinous crime. It was heinous. And they didn't deserve it. So, like I said, they're just ordinary people going about their ordinary lives. And then on a, whatever night it was, Friday, Monday night, whatever, someone comes to their door and robs them, puts them through that. It's not even the same. So Dirtbird even does something like that. You know what I mean? I genuinely, I'm sorry, and I really didn't think we were going to get into this. I really didn't.
Hope for the future is what's keeping Rory going, and his own barbershop is key to that.
My father's dead, right? And see when he died, like he didn't leave me nothing, or physically. But I was proud of him. I don't know if he knew it or not, but I was always proud of him. He was always my hero. And see my kids, I would love. I'd like see when they have my wee barbers and all. Like that's my daddy's. That's enough for me. This has changed my life. I believe that when I get out, this is it. Like there'll be no coming back, and or not even be looking back. I'll just full steam ahead. I'll never be back in this place. I've never said never, but this time I've said it. I'll never be back.
Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.
Kieran, the volatile prisoner I spoke to in his cell, is cooperating with the prison. But it is an uneasy truce.
Good and good all day, isn't it? The sun for now, 10 minutes. Kill all roots.
Anita clocked what Kieran has just said.
Just want to share it. What do you reckon, Paddy?
No comment.
We'll just let it go, yes.
Dangling the carrot above your head, but I know what it is, right? That's right. You're actually right. Right, well, that's it. I forgot I was an enhanced prisoner, didn't need it.
Dave Noel,
Yes?
you want to hear a rap by mental health being Maghaberry?
A rap?
Yeah.
A rap? Of course I want to hear a rap.
You want to hear?
Yes.
Right.
Have you written that in here?
Yes. I know it off by heart.
Up and everybody heard yeepa!
Hold on, now did I hear him?
10 a.m. You want to hear it? You ready to go?
Yes.
Up and everybody heard.
Tell him to shush.
Right, shut up a minute, lads. Yeah, do you
Go
have
ahead,
rap?
Derek.
Right. The human mental health, it is cruel, it can't be stealthy. We should listen to the doctors. There's a reason they are wealthy. I'm seeking a diagnosis, could possibly be psychosis. I'm struggling day to day, got a history of overdoses. I'm punching walls, slamming doors, lifetime of mental wars. Painting on a smile so that no one gets alarmed. Drinking juice, violence, consuming drugs, committing crime. Couldn't see I had a problem, convinced myself that I was fine. I was young, dumb and wild, an immature child, so I paid a heavy price to JJC. I was confined. As I'm sat in an institution and searching for solutions, my mind has turned to poison, being corrupted by pollution. The treatment I received, it wasn't fair, I was deceived. The things that they were saying, I had started to believe. Cheating, stealing, telling lies, being deceitful, causing cries, taking drugs, making claimants, sobering up and doing the time. And the people that surround me, the devil he is around me, so I'm seeking for forgiveness. I'm begging to repent for the sins I have committed, the evil I represent. I'm going on the mission of alcohol remission, and when I do recover, it is time for reminiscing.
That's amazing that you have all that. Do you mean what you're saying?
That's straight from my heart.
That's going to be a Christmas #1, mate.
Do you like that one, mate?
Good, mate, aye.
I loved it.
The prison garden, squashed between the blocks, is yet another attempt by the prison to offer ways out.
Fucking scumbag. The Weight Watchers.
The guy that did this bed,
I like this.
yeah,
Love this.
he's actually been pressing some of these flowers. This is a big, hard man. He's pressing these flowers and putting them in a letter, send them to his daughters. I've had guys who've been getting into trouble and fighting, and they've told me since I've come out here, you know, somewhere we can come out and have a bit of peace and quiet, and you sort of lose yourself in the job that you're doing, and they haven't been getting into as much trouble. Can't say it works for everybody.
Sure.
Some people come out for a couple of weeks and it's not for them, but the guys that stick at it generally do tend to get really into it.
Tell you what's better than sitting in a cell all day, isn't it?
100%.
What are you at, Jimmy?
Well, what's going on?
What's going on? Never mind what's going on with me. What's going on with you?
Oh God, there's plenty of wee things here, something to do, man, know what I mean?
Have you ever done this before? Like before you come into jail?
Done a bit of gardening outside, but it wasn't this type of gardening.
Why are you laughing?
I was growing our stuff, do you know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean now.
Tomatoes and stuff. Bits and pieces.
Right, okay. Were you ever done for it?
No.
Well, let's not then.
Alright, let's not incriminate ourselves.
No, let's not do that. So tell me the truth, what's jail do for you or not do for you?
You know what I mean? Whenever I work, I'll be sweet. Whenever I don't work, that's a problem, do you know what I mean? Days flying when you're working. Which I will want what I do next here, man.
Right, we'll put your label in. You've done your delphiniums. As you finish those, just set them to one side.
What do you call them again, them ones?
They're basil. Jamie hasn't been getting into as much bother since he's been coming out here. He's calmed down a bit. That's the feedback that I've been getting off some of the officers. He can give me a bit of hassle, but it's just a bit of banter.
What's the hassle now you get, Richard? What's the banter you get?
Oh, well, you might be getting shouted at for your 5 bellies, and I'm getting shouted at
Well,
for
he has a bald head, you know what I mean? That's a start, you know what I mean?
for the shine off my head.
I be sitting trying to plant stuff, so I do, and then you get a beam coming off his head, like someone holding him in the sun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, listen to abuse I'm getting, Jamie.
I know that, Stephen. Some of the boys don't like it, I don't think.
I think quite a few of them don't like me.
What have you done on them?
I don't know.
Nah, man, neither do
You fucking wine, you cunt. You didn't know how to fucking wind the whole thing up, you fucking wine. You fucking scumbag, anyway. Grab the boy, fucker.
Watch the skill and authority Anita has when taking Kieran on.
I was not having a go at you, right? I was trying to keep you right. You shouted, kill all.
Oh, but he said, I thought that was a gun there saying something about tax offenders.
But, so imagine if I turned around and said to you, kill all Catholics, kill all Protestants.
I know.
Think about it.
But I'm not gonna lie and be someone that I'm not. I'm gonna
if you have an
tell
opinion,
truth.
you keep that opinion yourself.
I'm sorry I didn't apologise for it.
Here, I don't want you to apologise. I just tell you keep yourself true.
No,
keep yourself right.
You're right, but I'm right too. But
yes, but everybody has opinions, but you can't voice them. Otherwise,
sorry
it would be
about that.
boxing left, right,
No, but I forgot I was in the last prisoner. I did.
You got the wrong officer the wrong day. What would have happened? You'd been charged, adverse, I'm in a position where I can tell you, wind your neck in, inappropriate.
Forgot myself, sorry.
The next prisoner is Jackie. He claims that drink, drugs, and a gambling addiction led to him spiralling out of control. But those who are now tending to his victim's grave
Hey, Jackie.
Hello, Stephen.
would say he should have got help before he killed.
Life was hectic, to say the least. I was working steady.
Doing what?
Well, I was fitting wood burning stoves, building trades, stuff like that. I'm a joiner by trade, so I've always worked, like, don't get me wrong, I've always worked. But with fallout with my wife, just lost all my family life, sort of home life, as people would be used to. So I was gambling, running up debts. I was playing in my mind. And there was arguments over money, over this, over that. I was turning to other things to get away from that. That was me on a downward spiral. I went headlong into gambling, and then I went headlong into drugs.
And then we get to the night of the crime.
Well, I was sitting in a house, decided to go somewhere else to party, and sat in this fella's house, stayed there most of the night, and then went to a different location where the crime happened and stuff. 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. There was a friend with us at the time when we went to his house, Stephen. I was going to get more cocaine, and once the off-licence opened in the morning, then we went to get hard liquor, which was Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and beer as well.
So you're shooting cocaine or whatever you do, snort it into the middle of the night, then first thing in the morning you're off getting alcohol.
Yeah, and there was also...
And you're a 40-year-old man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see how it's painted.
Well, it's a life of chaos. It's chaotic.
Absolutely. Just
how did this guy come into it?
It was his property, his house. And the other fella that I was with that took me there, he left, and it was just him and I, we were left. I can't remember at the time whether I left to get more alcohol, but there's a definite blank there for 20 minutes or so. The next thing I remember at that point, as I say, was sitting on the chair with the guy almost in the position you're in to the left of me, and it turned around and says, "I'm suicidal, but I'm Catholic, and I wouldn't go to heaven. Could you do it?" And I thought he was joking, and I was drunk and off my head, and went, "Of course I could." And then it elaborated from there, let's say, and he would get more and more serious. "We'll go then, we'll do it, we'll go." And I thought it was a wind-up at the start and just was going, aye, dead on, dead on, dead on. But it kept on and on and on. And minutes later, I focused on the table, which is a coffee table, and there was 9 knives lined up. And it struck me, where did they come from? I didn't put them there. And I think I'm right in saying in evidence they were fingerprinted, and I had no fingerprints on the knives. So anyway, it elaborated from there. It got aggressive after that in regards to the way he was saying, "Well, go, will you do it?" "No," I'm going, "No," and in bad language, "F off, no, that's it, bang." So more and more and more, and finally then my temper broke, and I stood up and I grabbed him by the scruff around his throat and clocked him with the right hand. Now I'm left-handed anyway, but that's strange. After that, it was far more aggressive. I was sent down. He was jumping up, going, "Well, is that all you're going to do?" But I, at the time, had it in my head that he was going to go for the knife, and I went for the knife first. And when I went, "Will you ever fuck up," and pulled it back, and he went, "Well, go, well," and it swiped and it cut his throat. And that was that. That was that.
The judge disagreed. The court found that Jackie walked to the kitchen, lifted a weapon, and came back to commit his murder.
The blood came out of him and it hit me, and I was at that point shocked, and he just literally slouched down and hit the ground, and instantly I knew it was wrong. I knew what I'd done, and I closed my eyes, and it seemed to me like I was in a movie. And that's the truth. That's the gospel truth. To me, it was like an awe, a deadness. And the next thing came through my mind was, what would they do in Sopranos? Burn the place. That was me on complete go here. Tried to light a doily, paper towel, in the toaster. And I threw it onto a drying cloth and left. Next thing I was in the car, I was driving my car, I was up ditches and down ditches and all sorts. But that lasted for a good hour, an hour and a half. Now, I'm not sure where I went or who I was going to see. Ran out of fuel. Walked across the dual carriageway to get diesel out of a farm, and I did. I got a 5-litre drum of that red diesel, come back to the car, and I took the filler cap off the car, and then I was hit by a car, and my legs were completely damaged. I woke up 2 days later, and some of my family were there, but about an hour later, then the police came in and informed me I was under arrest, suspicion of murder, arson, perverting the course of justice.
What is the feeling in your brain at that instant you've killed somebody?
Disbelief, because I could never have imagined myself in that position. I'd done a terrible
thing. Even the physicality of what you did terrifies me.
Absolutely, I can understand that. You see it in movies, it terrifies me too, you know, them things aren't everyday things.
So this kind of stretches us all in that how much are we prepared to accept that human beings will do really bad things, and then do we give them a second chance?
I'm not trying to justify it, as I said before. What I'd done was terrible. But the explanation for it, hopefully, can make it understandable as to how I was possibly in that position to start with.
Since he came into prison, Jackie's off drugs and is trying to rebuild himself, working in the woodshop and studying for a degree so that he can come back into society. He's likely to be in his 50s when he's released. As part of his rehab, how much money should society spend on training him, rehabilitating him, educating him?
It's an OU degree studying. It's criminology, part psychology in it as well, and also sociology. It's an open degree, but it involves all those modules. So I'm using that to try and better understand what I've done. The prison will give you opportunities. It's whether you accept and work with those opportunities.
Jackie's chaotic freefall ended with the horrific murder of a man, and it disturbs me. Unlike the man he killed, when Jackie gets out of jail, he will be able to start again. But there's a question whether society will give him an opportunity after his crime. Would you give him a job, a welcome, a second chance?
All right.
On my way out of the prison, I have to walk through the committal wing. It processes prisoners who have just arrived from court and others about to go home after serving their time. I've spotted a young prisoner about to get out.
You're getting out today, Lee?
Yeah.
How long have you been in for?
4 months.
What'd you do?
Dangerous driving, failing to stop, just driving offences.
And what's that about?
I don't know, it's like the was I suppose.
You know you're going to get caught. They're not going to give up till they catch you. So why not stop?
And there's drugs in, the wits out. You're not going to stop at a place when they're putting the lights on. Definitely not.
And you were high and drunk?
Yeah,
Drink? Drink or drugs?
Both.
Can we sit down for 1 minute?
Yeah.
So talk to me about the addiction. What drugs?
Coke.
And how long have you been doing coke?
A few years. It only got bad last 12 months. Like grams and grams a night, partying. Fuck. It's over and done with now, I suppose.
Were you addicted, do you think, coming in?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
How often were you using?
Every day. But I'll not be on it now when I get out. Staying off it. 100%. Child there, missed the child's birthday from being in here and everything, you know.
How old's the kid?
4.
Boy, girl?
Boy. I'm not missing no more birthdays, I'm not missing nothing no more.
Your victims are having their cars, presumably what? Stolen?
I know.
You're racing along a road, you knock down a kid, you knock down anybody?
I wasn't thinking. I have a lot of respect for the person who stole the car too, like, I don't even know why I did it. Just drinking drugs, you know. I regret it, like. But it's done now.
So, like, did they chase you for long, or what?
Yeah, men are skidding around this time.
What?
Big chase. Big chase, like.
And how did they stop you?
I got away, and they got me in a flat. Like an hour later.
And what's it feel like when you're nabbed?
Didn't feel good, especially not when they're being rough. But I suppose they've every right to be rough whenever you're endangering other people's lives for an hour and a half up the road.
What's life like in here? What makes it tough?
Missing people. Missing the ones you love. Especially when you come in addicted to drinking drugs as well, it's not good. Like. You're in here, you're asking people, is there anything here and stuff, you know, it's not good.
And how easy is it to get stuff in here?
It's easier in here to get drugs than it is outside. Like.
Come on.
100%. 100%. Sure, all have to, it's easy, trust me.
So the question clearly is, are you just going to be back in a few months' time again?
Oh, no way. Not be back. Child there and all, 4-year-old child there and all, not be back, like, not a hope.
So what literally happens today? Like, will you be allowed to see your wee boy?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
That's going to be pretty amazing.
Can't wait, for fuck's sake. Been a long time coming. It's hard, like, when you're in here, especially when you're on the phone and you're talking to them, you know. They're asking questions, where are you? Feels good to finally get out, definitely.
Listen, thank you very, very much for speaking to you. In here.
I know, yeah.
You don't want to spend your 20s in here?
No, I don't. Are you mad?
Best years of your life.
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in? I'll come and see you. Question is when I get back out again.
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside. Marcus swore blind to me that he would never be back behind bars.
I have a wee daughter at 1, not being there for her, you know what I mean, at these stages. I made a promise to myself that I swore my child's life that I would never, ever be back in her. Never.
But that's exactly where he is now.
If I get out this time, I'll stay out. Yeah, this is my first time in Maghaberry. If I get out of Maghaberry this time, I'll stay out of it, yeah? 1,000,000%. I'll make sure of it this time, yeah?
And so what did you do?
Load of driving charges, failed drug test.
How long are you in for?
December, 5 months, 4 or 5 months.
And how do you feel about that, Marcus?
It is what it is, there's nothing you can do.
The choice is don't put yourself in here in the first place.
That's easy to say. That's easy to say, Stephen. You probably had a good upbringing.
And how many convictions have you now then?
Well, 106.
Oh, come on.
It's all petty, Stephen. That's drugs. You know, I wouldn't do it sober. I'd be mortified to be caught stealing out of a shop sober. You have drugs on you don't give a fuck.
So it's not the easy ride some people say it is?
It's not that it's not easy, it's just nobody wants to be in prison, do they? It's your freedom. It's your freedom being took away from you. You know?
Nearly there, big lad. Nearly there. I heard you like wild prawn cocktail crisps. Right. Well, it's gonna be packet of prawn cocktail.
I like them too much.
Oh man, that's the way it is.
So he doesn't want to be seen on camera, but they've given me a packet of prawn cocktail. How am I going to get down there? Teasing me.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
I seen you saying on the Nolan show you loved them.
Thank you very much.
You were trying to lose weight.
Aye, you're not helping me.
So far, nobody I've met inside has claimed prison is a walk in the park. But David feels he's living his best life in here.
What's this? Just close your eyes for me. Keep them closed.
Yeah.
Turn around that camera for me. What's that say?
Fear God.
You got it done on your eyelids?
Oh, certainly.
Why?
Why not? Why not? I'm thinking about a couple more. I'm thinking
Is there anywhere left?
I think I'm going to get my kids' names underneath my eyebrows. That's a good one. Yeah.
So what's life like in here?
Brilliant. I love prison now.
You love prison?
I love staff, brilliant. Kids up here, good crack, love it.
You're not serious?
Hi, I'm serious, and that's why it's a waste of time. It's a waste of everybody's money, me being here.
Listen to yourself.
Well,
you love prison.
Well, it's not hard.
But like you walk into that cell, you can't decide when the door's locked, when the door's open.
I like the door being locked. That's my own time, quality time.
Quality time in a little tiny cell.
It's all about the mind, Steve. It's all about how you the mind. Understand? I'm not convincing myself. I'm comfortable now. I don't come in there and I go, what do I want out for? Burger? Sure, you get something to eat here. The garden shacks. Sure, you can get yourself a cell. Understand? It's no big deal. What else would you need? What do you need in life?
Dead on.
Good to see you. It smells nice in here, William.
Oh, I'm a compulsive cleaner. Can't help it. Just that's the way I live.
Have you always been?
Oh, well, I was reared that way.
Is it easy to get used to this very small amount of space?
It just is what it is. I just try and get on with it. Don't try not to think too much about being here.
It scares me in here. It scares me that, you know. Well, I'm 49. What age are you?
46.
Right, so we're similar ages, and I'm already starting to panic about running out of time, the things I want to do in life, not wasting a year, because how many years have I got left? If I live to 70, I have another 4 or 5 cars, and that's it. 20 more Christmases, that's it. And what scares me about when I come in here for you guys is this might be it.
I know what you mean that way, like, but it's no good. It is a waste of life. Like, I never thought I'd ever been back.
Back? So were you here before?
I was here before, and I was here before of my own doing.
For doing what?
Just fighting. But you see, the thing is, I would never start a fight, but I was always ready to hit back. Got a year in jail for spitting on somebody, right? But
you get a year for spitting?
I got a year in jail for spitting on the fellow I was fighting, his girlfriend it was. She was scrabbing and pulling and hauling at me from the back. And I just turned around and spat. I didn't know who it was. And I spat in his guard, and I got a year for spitting on his guard.
The thing that you're in for now is a lot more than spitting.
It is. Me and my girlfriend, right?
Who you've been with for how long?
11 years, right? And basically, we'd been on drugs, right? And, well, we went up to Newton Abbey, collected the drugs, come back, and I went on to bed, and she done her usual, tidying up living rooms, fluffing cushions to put on the sofa and all that. And that's all I remember, going to bed. And I woke up in the morning and tried to wake her up, and she wouldn't wake.
You phoned 999, did you?
Yeah. And I done what they told me to do, lift her out of bed, put her on the floor and do the CPR. I done that. And then when the ambulance came, they said, go out of the room, no, till they obviously do their bit, which I did. And then the next thing, they wanted me to come to the police station to talk them through it. So that's what I done. They says I found a knuckle duster. I've never owned a knuckle duster in my life. So whoever owns it, I don't know. Right? Then it says that I have gold rings. It says one of the gold rings made an impression. But that was like 2.5 years later. So where does the knuckle duster come into it?
If there is an impression in the face of the person you loved,
yeah,
and if that is your ring, then I'm sitting here wondering, am I looking at a fantasist, at someone that killed the person he loved and now is telling me how precious she was to him? You're done for murder.
Yeah.
You've gone through the court process.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get through it properly because it wasn't even offered a trial.
Right, but you were found guilty.
I wasn't. I pled guilty.
You pled guilty?
Yeah.
And there's an impression of your ring in the face of the person you loved.
But we can never
prove that.
prove
Expect people to.
Well, we
there's
don't
forensic
know.
Evidence, isn't there?
No. Well, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Like, who wakens up, hasn't killed their partner, and then pleads guilty for something they haven't done? Who does that?
Like, I done a deal. I was told the deal I was getting was plead guilty to 12 years. And because I didn't want the family and all going through it, I pled guilty.
To what?
I was told it was manslaughter. And you see, the paperwork I got, there's half of it missing. I never got the full aspect of it all.
If your story is true, then in pleading guilty, what you've done is let a real murderer off with it. So either there's somebody out there killed the person you loved, or you killed the person you loved.
See all these marks and damages. I never seen them. Right, so how would I even know? She was cremated within 10 days. So nothing could be checked, nothing could be looked into.
Did you kill her?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have. No chance.
And yet you're sitting here as a man who pled guilty to murder?
We're both on drugs. I don't know. I fell asleep, I don't know.
Did she fall asleep lying beside you?
She was in bed beside me whenever I woke up.
Dead?
That's an lie, yeah. She was in bed beside me.
If Alice was lying in bed beside you,
yeah,
and you didn't kill her,
yeah,
how could someone else kill another human being and you're lying beside her and you don't know anything about it?
Well,
like, how does that happen?
Well, she obviously put herself to bed. She wasn't just outright killed.
But you were in bed lying beside her. So in the morning, she died while she was in bed with you. And think about how a human being struggles when they're dying, if they're being killed.
Well, I don't know. But all I know is when I woke up, she was in bed beside me, and whenever I went to bed, that she was down the stairs tidying up.
Is it possible, you must have asked yourself, is it possible that you were so drunk or high on drugs that whatever you did, you can't remember, but you still did it?
Oh, I can't think of a reason why I would have done it.
But is it possible?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I can't think of a reason why. I mean, because what didn't...
Well, you're a man with a history of violence.
Yes, but I never start a fight. I would finish them quicker than starting them. I mean, I have a picture up there of her. I've done that
Can
there.
I see her?
Yep. You see, I'd made that door, and then with the prison, you get certain officers, like even in the movie about, the wee birds had made in the top of her broke off now, but I'd made all that door when I first came in. That door's Alice, sir.
Sorry?
I have to go to visit her.
Okay, okay.
William has to be transferred to another part of the prison for a visit, so the interview's cut short. That's a pity, because this isn't over. I need to pin him down on what he's done, armed with the facts.
That was terrible. Come on.
This here is just the storeroom where the lads plane down old pallets and they're making furniture through recycled pallets. Jackie and Paddy there will make furniture, garden furniture. They've actually made bars for people, you know, things like that. When I joined the job in '93, all the prisoners had in the cell was a gallon of water and a Bible. And if they were good, they got a radio. How times have changed since. I suppose it focuses the mind on something, because when they only had the basic bare minimum in the cell, too much thinking time. All of these lads are enhanced, so they're reasonably trustworthy. We work with grinders and we have a Stanley knife and things like that, you know, but they're 100%. There's no problems whatsoever, like, you know.
Jackie, the former joiner in for murder, is working in here as part of his rehabilitation.
I hate painting, to be fair. Painting will put years on you. So with anybody that does this for a job, I don't know. But yeah, I'll tell you. Talk about spending your time doing useful things, you know, it's as simple as that, and just getting your head out of being on in the wing all day and around other prisoners all the time, you know. Lots of other prisoners can be, I wouldn't say set in their ways, but you know, they're always talking about paroles and talking about their own cases and stuff, you know, and you want to get away from that. It's all recycled wood. Bits of stuff come out of the Maze prison and was recycled, and then this is all pallet wood. So it comes in as a full pallet. We break it up out there to get all the slats. Everything's reused, everything's recycled, you know. And even we're reused. Look at that, you know what I mean? So when I get released, they'll not be of that age. They'll want to go back to the building trade. So I'm going to have to find something else to do. Fortunately, best years of my life in here, to be fair.
Oh, they're very quiet.
Could be all still asleep.
Should we run a bet that I have to buy you all a super lunch if I get past here ever with everything quiet? We're actually going to make it. We're here. We've made it, Anita. Oh! Look! I actually got to here! I actually got to here! I nearly made it past you!
Come here. Come here.
What? I have to go.
You always have to go. Go to Weight Watchers. Okay, get come on. When's this documentary coming out?
Next year.
Yeah, mate, that's a fucking... Yeah, you know what, and they're two from Wee Mom from the road or what?
What are you in for?
Shut down police, best to kill them then.
Right.
So I won't get sentenced, like...
And why'd you threaten the police?
They're scumbags. They're fucking scumbags. They put their hands on me, Steve. You know what I mean?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Andrew is heading into the video room for a court hearing. He's the drug dealer.
When I'm talking to the families of people who are dead through drugs, you're the type of boy I talk about. And there's mothers sitting there like they're wrecked.
Yeah.
And their child's in a ditch.
On the outside, I'm like, yes, I sell drugs, but I'm not like, what's the word you're looking for there? Like, I'm not a scumbag myself. Like, do you know what I mean?
But what's the difference between a cocaine dealer and a scumbag cocaine dealer?
There's somebody that takes advantage of people, like, you know.
And you weren't?
I wasn't taking advantage. I don't really know. Very anxious, like, you just don't know what's happening until you're actually in the actual video link box. It's stressful enough. Just my mum, she'll be at work, but I've strict orders to ring her as soon as I get out. let her know the good or bad news. You know.
Good morning.
Well, how's it going?
Andrew is serving 4.5 years for possession of a Class A controlled drug with intent to supply. But he's now facing further drug-related charges.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
He's hoping that any time handed down will run concurrently, meaning he won't have any more time added to his current sentence.
There you go. No worries. Thank you. See you later.
Keep the head down.
The landing is quieter than the last time I was here. So I'm taking the chance to talk to James, a former Marine, who says he has over 100 convictions. He's trying to find his rap sheet to prove it.
It's all paperwork. I put it in the bin under. I don't give a fuck. That's what it is.
Come on, James.
I'm trying to find it.
Well, there couldn't be too much in here. Look with his protein, whey protein. So in my kind of bedroom, it would be mini eggs and chocolate bars. He's got his whey protein and his water. I suppose that's why he looks like that and I look like this.
No, that water, that's dumbbells, what it is.
That's dumbbells?
Oh, just put them in a pillowcase and do your bicep curls at night time.
Okay.
It's just all different stuff.
Aye, bring it out here, sure, we'll have a look.
He's in this time for setting fire to his girlfriend's car.
Deeply regretted, should never have happened. One of them things, emotions got the better of me, and I find it hard to control my emotions sometimes, you know. I've made some bad mistakes in my life.
Think back to that night. What did you do? Like, where were you? Did you travel to do it, or what?
Oh, I travelled.
So how far did you travel to set those cars alight?
10 mile. 10 mile, Lord. Stupidity.
And what did you physically do? Like, what did you do?
Poured petrol on my mum's car, burnt that, and then burnt her car. She shouldn't have happened. This is the worst mistake I've ever made.
You were in Afghanistan? Tell me about that.
2011. Hurricane 14, right? It was warm.
Probably more than warm.
Volatile. Volatile. It's volatile. You never knew when it was going to kick off. You never knew. You never knew.
And did it affect you up here?
Big time, man. Big
In what
time.
way? What is it that you saw out there?
Well, a lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff.
Like what?
I've seen everything. I've seen shootings. Oh, it was bad. IED explosions, people getting injured. I was bad. Like.
And are you getting flashbacks of?
I have one way to describe this. Like, do you ever sleep and you're laying in bed and you wake up like that door and it's like you're falling off a cliff?
Yeah.
I'm walking to an IED goes off and I'm like going like that door. It's like one way to put it is, have you ever like, say if you, see that feeling you have where you're about to fight and everything's in slow motion, like, it's like you're walking about like that 24 hours a day and that burden doesn't get lifted off you until you actually come home, until you come home. That's what it's like.
When you come home, does the army, who you've risked your life for, and us, do we not give you that help and support when you come back home?
What support you give me, so I go to prison.
Well, you put yourself in prison.
I understand that. What I'm trying to say is, like, see if you're working in a warehouse and a machine broke down. If a machine broke down, what's the point in putting it in the storage for 2 years and then putting it back in the production line? It's not going to work any better. It's still going to be broke.
Yeah.
There's no rehabilitation. There's no nothing. It's just hard. It's because I think last time whenever I got out of here, I got released from the CSU. Got released from the CSU.
What's the CSU?
It's a segregation unit. Segregation unit. Mm.
The CSU. It stands for the Care and Supervision Unit. It's where the prison says it puts its most vulnerable prisoners. But the prisoners call it the block, or the segregation unit. They see it as a place of punishment. Why are we in the segregation unit?
Done a couple of bad things, like.
What'd you do?
2 serious assaults on 2 prisoners, and they kept me out for 9 months. But
9 months?
9 months, yeah. A couple of things said, and I just couldn't leave it. I should have just left it, you know. I shouldn't have done it. Whenever I was in segregation, I kept on asking for mental health, wouldn't come up. And there was an incident where I broke a door, and I was threatening one of the staff members with it, with the bit of wood. When I hit the governor, got mental health down to see me, and then mental health seen me and said I'm too volatile and hostile to work with. But why not see me like now? like now. You know what I mean? Like this here. There was one time I was out in the wing, mental health came and spoke to me for 5-10 minutes, but it was like we're speaking to now, and all the prisoners were out. How can you open up to someone in mental health whenever there's the way room is being used? How can you do that? You can't.
What is it about you that?
It's not about that. You have to remember, right, you're in a place full of violence in here. Place full of violence, and see if you're going to let people walk over you, you're not going to last a minute in here. You know what I mean? People just going to take advantage. See the way I am now. I don't go around looking trouble, but see if trouble comes my way, I'm ready for it. So that's the way I look at life.
Because I'm seeing this sterile environment, right? I'm seeing this controlled environment. In what way is it dangerous that you're...
No, I wouldn't say dangerous. I'd say, like, you never know what's going to happen, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a hostile environment, you know, it's the same as Afghanistan. You have to be ready at all times. Not ready, like, you have to... know what I'm trying to say. Be switched on.
I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I just find it interesting that you say it's like Afghanistan.
See, in here, right, we have no control on nothing, right? I like to think we live in a democratic state, right? But there's nothing democratic the way we are in here. It's nothing democratic, you know what I mean? I think the prison is a bit like communists. You'll get what you're getting. If you don't need it, you're getting nothing, you know what I mean? That's not the way to fix society.
Is it possible that there's a middle ground, James, and maybe this place could be improved, right?
Yep.
But is it possible that there's a middle ground that, you know... So you tried to scald someone with a bucket of boiling water?
No, shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened.
Can you tell me, just so that I understand, why would you throw boiling water around someone?
It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but why? What happened? What was the...
I wasn't in the right mind space. I wasn't in the right mind space.
And did that person provoke you in any way?
Not really, no. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened.
Every instinct in me is I couldn't do that. So I'm trying to understand what happens in your mind.
I don't know. It's just, I just go off on one. Like I say, is it... And 2 years ago, I was given medication. And the psychiatrist said I'll probably be on that for the rest of my life. Just to calm you down. Come in here. The jail's response is the prison doesn't issue that medication to no one. I mean, so, because I'm in prison, I'm a third-class citizen now. That's the truth. Can't get seen no psychiatrist, can't get seen no mental health, can't get seen no one. But I truly believe, see if mental health came and see me, and I seen a psychiatrist, and I could put on the right medication to have stability on the outside. I would last, you know what I mean? I would last.
That if you don't get support, what are you going to be like outside?
I need support. I need support. Okay.
Are you hurting in here?
Hurting?
Aye.
Aye. Definitely on, man.
James is yet another broken young man, stuck in a vicious cycle, in and out of prison, hurting others inside and outside. He claims he's not getting the mental health care he needs. But what do we do as a society? Invest in fixing him? Or invest in a law-abiding citizen who is on a waiting list? In a health service with limited resources, who gets priority? Word has come through that Andrew's sentence didn't go well for him. And he's made it very clear he does not want to speak to us.
Andrew received longer than he was expecting to receive, so he's going back to cell just to reflect on what he actually has got.
How you doing? Yeah? Where? Fresh enough? Huh?
It's what?
Cheers.
He, in his own mind, thought that he wouldn't have any extra time to do it and that he would be released come next May. Now he's got extra time to do at the end of it.
Andrew refused to take part in any more filming. Next time.
Hello. All right. How are you?
The man who pleaded guilty to murdering his partner, yet refuses to admit that he did it, I've unfinished business with him.
You told the operator you came in
because I
and
was out the back
found her
with the
in
dogs.
bed, black and blue. That's not waking up.
No, I woke up and then I went down and made the coffee, took the dogs out and then come back in. Then that's when I tried to wake her.
Combination of injuries to her head and chest, William.
I don't know about that.
Extensive bruising to her face, to her neck, to her scalp.
Well, I was told by the police there wasn't one mark on her neck.
Her ribs were broken.
I don't know.
The key point is, when you woke up, you claimed she was still in bed.
Yes.
She's now covered in bruises. She's been beaten to death.
I still don't get up.
Where are we going?
Down to Braid.
Right, Braid.
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in? I'd come and see you. Question is when I get back out again.
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside.
You're getting treated like criminals in here, Stevie. All right. How's it going? I got a cut in here. What's wrong? You lot can probably see the back of my head. I'll sue the governor.
I'm in Braid House today, and 32-year-old James is up for speaking to me.
All right, mate. Can I sit down?
I'll go ahead, walk away.
So what are you in for?
Just possessing the firearms. So sentenced to 10 years and do 5 and then 5 in licence.
You got 10 years?
Yeah.
Must have been a lot of firearms, was it?
Just one firearm and ammunition. But I was in relation to a murder and 2 attempted murders, so...
And were you caught being further involved in the murder?
No, well, I was originally charged with assisting in murder and 2 attempted murders, but it was later dropped and I was done with firearms charges.
Did they link the ammunition and that gun to someone being killed?
Yeah.
So the gun was used?
Yeah.
What age was the person who died?
50. 50.
And how do you feel about that? Regrets?
Yeah, definitely. Of course. I have a lot of time to think, you know, so I want to get myself out of that lifestyle whenever I get out, you know.
Because you're 32 now?
Yeah.
Like, don't be wasting the rest of your life. It's crazy.
No. 10-year-old son out there, so I need to make it better for him.
Do you ever see him?
Not at the moment, no. I haven't seen him before, just before I come in. So that's a big thing why I want to change and get things right, you know. Be able to be there for him.
As we finish up the interview, I start to hear a loud banging from one of the prisoners inside his cell. He has set off the alarm. The staff tell me he's been under observation for self-harm, but they've now lost visuals of him.
There's an actual incident on this wing now. There are lots of observation points, and the prisoner has blocked them all up.
We're escorted out so a specialist team of officers can check on the prisoner's well-being. While the lockdown continues on Braid, I need to get to a different block, Davis, to meet William again. His partner Alice was found with 71 injuries to her body. William pleaded guilty to murdering her and received a 21-year sentence. Despite the fact he did plead guilty in court, William sat in front of me and denied being the murderer.
Who wakens up, hasn't killed their partner, and then pleads guilty for 12 years jail for something they haven't done? Did you kill her?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have. No chance.
And yet you're sitting here as a man who pled guilty to murder.
Am I dealing with a fantasist? William says he's reconnected with his faith since coming into prison. So maybe speaking to him in a place of God will help me get the truth out of him.
Hello.
All right.
How are you?
Dead on, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the prison chapel where he spends a lot of his time.
One of the commandments, obviously, thou shalt not kill.
Yeah.
I've been thinking quite a lot about what you said to me yesterday. And look, everybody that I'm speaking to in here, I don't know whether to believe them or not. You come in and you're taking people at face value of what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I was thinking quite a lot about what you said last night.
I woke up in the morning and tried to wake her up, and she wouldn't wake.
You phoned 999, did you?
Yeah. And I done what they told me to do, left her out of bed, put her on the floor and do the CPR.
Except what you told the 999 call to the ambulance service, which is recorded,
yeah.
At 11:10, you told the operator you had just come in and found your partner in bed.
No, I woke up and then I went down and made the coffee, took the dogs out and then come back in. Then that's when I tried to wake her.
In your police interview, your words, you said that you found your partner in her house badly bruised.
Her hands were badly bruised.
How did they get bruised?
I don't know.
Defending herself from you killing her?
Hardly, mate. I'd nothing to kill her for.
The key point is, when you woke up, you claimed she was still in bed.
Yes.
She's now covered in bruises. She's been beaten to death.
Well, how did she get to bed then? From downstairs, if she was beaten to death.
Well, you beat her to death.
What, I'm asleep?
What the crime investigators found in that house was areas of blood staining. They found the bath half filled with water.
Well, I don't know about the bathroom.
There was a mop and a bucket at the bottom of the stairs which contained dirty liquid.
Well, I don't know what was in it, but the mop and bucket always sat there.
So what the post-mortem found, combination of injuries to her head and chest, William?
I don't know about that.
Extensive bruising to her face, to her neck, to her scalp.
Well, I was told by the police there wasn't one mark on her neck. So who's brought this up?
She had a fractured nose.
Well, she just had an operation through the hospital on her nose because there was a hole between the roof of her mouth and her nose.
Multiple injuries to her back, which had the appearance of strike marks, fractured ribs while she was still alive.
I don't know.
The pathologist recorded there was an injury on her right cheek, and that bore similarities to a ring that you wore.
You see, that's totally different to what they said in court. They told me it was there, the mark, and whoever's told you it's on her cheek now.
But there's an imprint of a ring.
Well, I don't know how.
In Alice's face.
Well, I don't know how.
Because you punched her.
I didn't, mate. I had no reason to. Thing is.
Did you punch her in the face?
No, mate, I didn't.
And did the imprint of your distinctive ring stay in her face?
No, mate, I didn't. I didn't. I don't know what happened. All I know is we were full of drugs. I went to bed, and when I woke up, she was down the stairs when I went to bed. And when I woke up in the morning, she was lying beside me, so she obviously got herself to bed. So she obviously, she couldn't have been beaten to death. She died in her sleep of whatever happened.
Are you a violent man to women?
No, the police have put down that I'm violent to everybody and anybody.
Have you forgotten to tell me something? How many convictions do you have for beating up previous partners of yours?
One.
So you beat up other women?
I've hit back one. Well, and I wasn't beat up. What happened was she hit me with a hoover pole while I was sleeping on the sofa, and I got up and I threw the whole hoover at her.
So you do hit women?
If they hit me, I hit them back.
If we turn to Alice, the woman you love, who had 71 injuries on her body, your defence, QC, said in your defence that you had no intention to murder, but rather to inflict grievous bodily injury.
Well, I never heard that. This is all new to me.
How someone can sit in front of you and say that, you know, they love someone to bits, when actually they've killed them. When you're sitting here telling me you didn't do it, and like there is so much evidence, the inconsistency.
Well, there isn't evidence because the evidence has never been shown to me.
Well, let me put this to you: the inconsistency. your phone call to the 999 operator, which is not consistent with what you said yesterday, it all points to you're telling lies and you killed her.
I had no reason to kill her. If I'd done it, I'm sitting here, well, apparently 21 years, I've no reason to lie. I mean, there's nothing more they can possibly do on me. Why would I had no reason to do it.
In this Church of God,
yep.
Is it possible that the right way to go is to ask for forgiveness and say, look, I'm sorry?
I wouldn't be sitting here telling lies for a start. I wouldn't have done it, you know, but I am very sorry to the family, and I am very, I mean, it hurts me every day.
I'm looking William in the eye. I can't get the truth out of him. And it's a reminder of how disorientating and dark this place can be.
This is where I work every day. So you call it a prison sentence and manual labour?
David is serving 8.5 years for manslaughter. He was convicted for stabbing and killing an intruder in his home.
There's so many things I could take and nick, so I have to be trusted to come here, because I would never go into someone's house and steal anything. So this is why I'm allowed to come in here and, you know, have that trust to go into the areas. Like, there's a wee storeroom there, and you could probably take stuff out of it, you know, when you're in the offices by yourself and stuff. Unfortunately, you don't get actually paid. The only jobs you get paid for properly is if you're going to go to a cell and it's a dirty protest guy and the cell's filled up with, like, you know, sick and shit up the walls and all that there. So they actually pay prisoners to go clean that. But I don't think you could pay me enough to do them cells. If you're not working, you're behind the cell door majority of the day. So what would you rather be doing, this or sitting behind your cell door with shitty TV, you know? A lot of people in prison, they'll stay behind their cell door and do nothing because the place has broken them, basically, you know? And when they come out, they'll probably be shattered. But I'm trying to come out and be, you know, just the same person, still, you know, strong, healthy, mentally and physically, you know? Try my best to train and keep my mind occupied. You know, this is one of those defining moments in my life where it's going to make or break me, you know?
Oh, all quiet. All quiet. Let's see how long that lasts. It's usually number 17. Here we go. Oh, I've nearly made it. It's like an assault course, this, where I've got halfway along.
Stevie, you flirt big fat Nolan.
What do you mean, big fat Nolan?
You haven't seen your dick in years. You have to do a handstand to see it. Why is your show so crap? You have to come into Maghaberry to get viewers, you fucking clown.
I'm a shagger!
Stevie, thought you were coming back to me. I spent you out more rap.
Have you got another rap?
This is the first one I ever written. I didn't even know I had this ability until I wrote this one.
Okay.
It's just a natural ability, you know what I mean?
Right.
My life was done, my mind was dark, and you were born, there was a spark. I'm sorry, kid, that I blacked you down, but I promise you that I'll make you proud. So please, my love, please believe me, the light will shine, they will let us be. I stare at pictures that are on my wall, admiring the beauty that is in them all. I lay in bed and I begin to weep because I'm missing you and I cannot sleep. But in the end, it'll be okay, because soon enough, we will get our day.
Get that in BBC One. Yeah.
We're getting it in BBC One now, aren't we?
Baby, you're looking well, my man. That's my favourite colour.
Hi, Stevie, you're blushing there, big red cheeks on you, mate. Hey!
See you later.
Why don't the men in here think about the consequences of their crimes? Time after time, they mention missing their family, missing their kids.
Even there, you know, the bit about, you know, the pictures on the wall and how he relates it, you know, because they do have the pictures on the wall of the family and kids.
The staff who work in the visitation unit see up close the impact prison has on families.
Prisoners, when they come off a visit, are on a bit of a high because they're so glad to get to see them face to face.
Even for the children to be able to maintain those links with their daddies or their granddads or whatever else, that time is valuable and precious to both sides. We generally find once prisoners hit 40+ mark, they're like, I'm done with this. I don't want to come back to jail. I just want to enjoy the rest of my life and I want to focus on what's important to me.
Research suggests children of prisoners are around 3 times more likely to go on to offend themselves.
Whenever you've come to a jail environment from you're young, it's almost then normalised, and it was all right for my daddy, so it's all right for me. It's hard for me to watch now seeing little babies and little children come in because I have a child of my own now and I want to keep him so sheltered from this. There's quite a lot who will come down here with young children and this is where daddy works and it's sort of kept hush-hush. And I would never say anything different to them. I'm like, oh yes, yes, he helps us out. It's not my place to say anything to the contrary, nor would I.
These men are part of our society, whether we like it or not. Their experiences ripple out, affecting all of those around them, their family, especially their children. Kel is an example of that. He has a drug addiction, a dark childhood, and now 2 of his own kids are living on the outside without him.
Well, thought it was a bit rude to be holding a cigarette in my hand.
What's the score? I've been told you do not sit on this bed under any circumstances.
Under any?
Even a fat TV superstar can't lie down that bed if I was a wee bit tired.
The bed's too important. It means too much to me. That's the sofa. That's the.
Oh, you can sit on it?
Oh, I can sit on it. I can lie on it. I can sleep on it. But prisoners know the crack. Like if they were to come in here, they would know not to sit in my bed.
And what would happen if they sat in your bed?
Trouble.
Trouble?
Because this is where I live. If you don't self-respect your own house, you're not really going to stand for much when you're outside. You know what I mean? But I've always been like that with the kind of life I was brought up in.
What kind of life were you brought up in?
Let's just say it wasn't easy. I had to grow up and be an adult from the age of 8, 9, 10. Put it like this here, by the age of 9, I was watching people brush their teeth going, why is my mummy not showing me how to brush my teeth? Like, I would come down and find my ma found the floor, lying on the floor. I would come down and find my ma lying on the sofa, out of her head, me having to try and look after the house. It feels scary because if your parents can't be the people that you look to and love and respect and feel safe with, well, who else is there? Nobody.
And were you getting into school and seeing the way it should have been?
Like, I got bullied a lot at school, do you know what I mean? Because of the cleanliness of me and all. And that's why I'm also OCD fussy now, because I used to go into school dirty and smell, and I used to go into...
So your parents didn't make sure you had a bath or a shower?
No.
And you didn't know any better?
Didn't know any better. Like, when I got a wee bit older and I was 13, I was left just completely to myself. I had nobody. Nobody. And I grew up on the streets from the age of 13.
Well, on the streets, except you came home at night?
Not really. I was out for days and days.
Where?
Partying, taking it easy.
At 13?
At 13. I didn't want to go home. I wanted everything in my power to stay away from my house because I knew what was waiting for me.
So you were running about the streets making friends with adults, older people?
Oh, adults,
Gangsters, paramilitaries themselves.
Yeah.
But there's an innocence about a 13-year-old little boy, and they see that and they pull you into a world of drugs and crime and...
But they didn't have to. I wanted it. Because it was like being part of a family.
What kind of crime were you involved in at age 13? Like, I was going to the Boy Scouts and learning how to play the clarinet.
I was staying out all weekend, taking drugs.
What are you in for?
Me and a couple of mates were in England and got into a fight in a bar. It got out of hand. Again, there was weapons there.
What do you mean weapons? Bars I go to don't have weapons sitting on the counter.
We brought weapons.
You brought them?
Yes.
You had a premeditated desire to hurt people?
Yes.
Before you walk into a bar?
Yes.
What was the weapon?
And dumbbell bar. One you lift dumbbells with.
No, I know the dumbbell bar is.
Sorry, you were staring at me.
I'm staring at you because... And my promise in here is I'm going to be frank with you all because I think that's what you want me to be.
No, honest, give it to me.
I'm staring at you because from the moment I came in here, I thought, here's a decent fella.
Oh, but remember, I was 18 years of age.
And what specifically did you do, Kel?
I hit somebody.
Where?
In the head.
With?
A dumbbell bar.
And what happened to them?
7 stitches. They were lucky.
Did you want to kill them?
No, I wasn't going there, like, intent on murder, like, you know. I was going there, I suppose, to send a message. When I think about that person that done that, you know, when they're saying you're an adult at 18, I was a child. You know, I was a child. If I had had a role model in my life to teach me to deal with, you know, emotions, and all this is led into my drug addiction, and people in here don't understand our stories, our backstories. You know, people they judge us because we're prisoners. Like, I'm not in for committing crime right now. I'm in here for being honest with probation and telling them about what happened, asking them for help, and I got recalled for it.
Kel was given a controversial imprisonment for public protection sentence at 18. These have since been abolished. But for him, the sentence meant that until he was deemed safe to be released, he would remain in custody. His minimum sentence was 18 months, but he ended up serving 11 years. He was then released, had children, but crime and addiction led to him being back in prison again under the same indeterminate sentence.
I got out after doing 11 years out on the street and went, be an adult.
What age were you?
29.
You were also a dad?
Also a dad. And I just didn't have a clue how to live.
I think I'm a complete failure in life right now, right? Because I don't have children. I cannot understand how you're 29 years of age.
Yeah.
You're holding your daughter. You've got that special feeling that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I can see you getting uncomfortable now. I cannot understand how that little baby does not stop you committing more crime. How that doesn't come before everything.
And it wasn't crime. Stephen, let me tell you, I wake up every day wishing and praying I didn't have this cancer inside me. See if I could cut this out of me with a spoon, I would do it. No questions asked. I love my kids with all my heart.
But drugs come first.
Nah, they don't.
Well,
yeah, they do in a sense.
You were out.
No, listen, they do, you're right. No, I'll accept that. Or maybe it was an easy way of not facing up to life's challenges.
There's all those maybes, and then there's a definite. You've been in jail by that stage for over a decade.
Yeah.
It's not a maybe. There's a real little girl out there that needs a dad, and you have a choice. You take drugs, and you risk that little girl having a dad, or you don't take them, and she has a dad on the outside.
I'm trying to explain. Listen to me. You're
I'm
right.
not trying to torture you, but I'm being frank about that child. Like, I see with them in here.
And it means more to you because you don't have children, suppose.
Yeah, but it should be more to you because you do.
But this is what I'm about to say to you.
No,
I'm not saying that in a sense of...
It's a real daughter without a dad.
Yes.
For what? A hit of
Stephen,
cocaine?
I get up every day. I get up every morning and think about my daughter without my dad. Our daughter without my dad.
So don't ever risk it again when you get out again.
I'm trying my hardest right now. And I've failed and I've failed and I've failed. And I've lost, you know, the relationship with the child's mother, who I loved with all my heart. That broke down, which was down to me through no fault of hers. I'm still in my children's lives, which is lucky and good. And the problem, listen, do you know what? There is no excuse. There's not. You're right. No matter what way you say it, you're right. I put drugs before my kids. And even when I do say it, it fucking...
Your whole demeanour changed. I can see you've thought about it. And I can see that you're guilty about it.
You think you're a failure?
Yes, I do.
Well, join a club. The way you keep reacting about drugs, it seems to me like it's a big issue for you because of the kids thing.
The reason I'm reacting like I am with you is I am not walking in here thinking, I don't give a shit. I don't know you, right? But I'm not walking in here thinking, scumbag, I don't give a shit. I'm reacting because I'm frustrated, because I think there's a waste of life in here. I think, you know, you say you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 48 now. And, like, you start running out of time to be doing the things you want to do.
Yeah.
And when you get into your late 40s, you're going to understand that even more than you understand it now. You've just wasted so much of your life.
When I look in the mirror, sometimes I think, why can't you, like, what is wrong? There's something broke in you that you, like, you have 2 kids out there and you still make bad decisions. I mean, there was a long time there I was thinking, my kids better be with me in their lives. They don't even know I'm in jail. You know, I'm at work. I don't let them come up and see me. I protect them as much as I can from this place.
A kid at 10 years of age where adults are exploiting them, pulling them into a world of drugs and crime. And then he's gone home and there's no mum or dad to, you know, stop him getting into trouble. So you've never been able to lean on anybody. Like, I'm a disaster walking, and I had 2 pillars in my life that I could lean on all the time. If I didn't have those parents keeping me steady, would I be sitting in here like you? I don't know. So, you know, it's there for you. The world, the life is there for you.
100%.
I hope you make it.
Got 2 kids, I have to.
Next time.
I've been treated like a dog all my life in this jail, sexually abused in the block.
Those who use that as torture. I mean torture.
I bring you even deeper into the heart of Maghaberry.
There's one person down there who's very full of talent. That's why there's a shield there.
Into the controversial unit that nobody wants to be in.
All right, how's it going?
You're looking at how the corruption of the prisoner, bud.
What corruption?
Assaults on prisoners and
what assaults?
Sexual assaults and physical assaults and
sexual and physical assaults on prisoners.
Left with 2 black eyes and what's the note?
What's that, a sexual assault, a black eye?
Stop. He said it's a PR stunt then, is it?
No.
Questions, Stephen.
Why, we want to talk to you, you won't talk to us.
I'll come and talk to you about it, no problem.
Are you on remand?
Alright, they sentence prisoner there, Steve. See, you get chased, how he talk to these
That's a scary thing, that.
Oh, he's good for me. He's the deterrent.
Me, I think.
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in?
I'll come and see you. Question is, when I get back out again?
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside.
You're getting treated like criminals in here, Stevie.
The CSU, a jail within a jail. It stands for the Care and Supervision Unit, but the prisoners call it the Block. Nobody has ever filmed inside here while it's been in use until today. The prisoners have very strong feelings about it.
You shit and piss into a bucket, right? No running water. You have to clean yourself with baby wipes. I have known people stuck in the cell 6 weeks.
Those who use that as torture. Torture, and I mean torture.
I've been treated like a dog all my life in this jail, sexually abused in the block. I know hard men that feel like fuck and have been sexually abused, fingered, to get drugs out of the inside him.
You only see what they want you to see. One of the warmest days in the year to turn my water off. Refuse food. Serious. And that's all they do. Put the door in the hatch. Got to a point where I was kicking off every single day. That's why it kept me in there for the inmates.
I was attacked. He sat the food down, man, whack, hit me 2 big days there is and fucking fell, lifted me by the bottom of my trousers and threw me over his head while he fell. So I done like a barrel roll.
Ken, I don't believe that.
I swear now over my life, my mother, my father and my son's life, it's happened. I put a complaint out about it. 2 officers pushed the door closed and opened the flap to watch it.
There are so many prisoners bringing up the block. So that's what the inmates call it. The authorities here, the prison staff here, right up to the management team, they want you to call it the care and supervision unit. And it's probably the only thing I'm concerned about in here because so many prisoners are bringing it up and the authorities aren't so far letting me see it. So what is it about in there? The prisoners claim that that's where well, they claim they get beaten up in there, but am I to believe
with the CSU?
So what's it like in here for real?
People going to the block would be a big thing.
The care and supervision unit?
The care and supervision unit. I love how they portray these things as, you know, oh, that's good, no, that's good for the board.
Have you been in it?
Plenty times. No, I'm only out of it.
Well, they assure me they won't let me inside.
What's why? Is that not red flag straight away?
Well, they're telling me there are vulnerable people in it. They're telling me that they don't like it being called the block because it's the care and supervision unit.
No, there's a lot of people over there and a lot of things, basically, heads get turned the other way.
Tell me.
Prisoners getting beat, getting sexually assaulted.
Come on.
See if
I do not believe, right? And you've got...
No. See if they think that you have something on you.
What do you mean?
Drugs, right? In between your bum cheeks, right? That doesn't give them the right to hold you down and go in and get it. I've seen that happen with my own eyes. A prison officer sitting like this with a pen going like that, right down your bum cheek.
How could I establish that to be true?
You can't.
If it is true.
They're never going to let it. They're never going to let the dirt out. Never.
Why would they want the sexually assault prisoners? Come on.
Because they want the drugs.
Well, what should they be doing to get drugs? Like, if people are hiding drugs up their bum,
right,
then what should they be doing?
They're going through the right. So you're telling me they deserve to be sexually assaulted?
No, I'm not.
To get drugs off them?
I'm not.
You just have to wait. If you don't get them, you don't get them.
Other prisoners share similar stories to Kel's, so I want to put it to Governor Savage.
When there are a number of prisoners in different wings in different houses talking about how when there's a suspicion of drugs, and it's pretty specific what they say that a pen is run quite forcibly down the inside of their backside, and they describe that as sexual assault.
If that was to happen, Stephen, I would hold my hands up and say that is tantamount to sexual assault. But in my full experience and my knowledge of Maghaberry Prison, that is something that doesn't happen. We have a very professional, dedicated search team, and they're very good at what they do.
Are they touched?
There's no hands on any naked parts of the body, and that's just not what we do. So the allegations around pens being run up rear ends and so on forth is people can always make allegations, but that's a new one on me. And certainly if there was anything like that happening, prisoners in here are well within their rights to make a referral to the PSNI.
Despite repeatedly asking, time after time, up till now, the Governor's been adamant we won't get to see inside the CSU.
Here, mate, I'm in for murdering the cameraman.
A 2022 report found that prisoners in the CSU were kept in solitary confinement against UN protocols. Finally, the Governor has agreed to bring me in.
This is a complex story in itself, this building, that we didn't know if we were going to be able to get into it or not. And Governor Savage, you've decided to let us see in here, and you'd be the first to tell me this is a very complex place, right?
Indeed, probably the most complex place within Maghaberry. It's a small unit. It holds about 25 prisoners, a maximum of 25 prisoners, because that's where we care for them, that's where we supervise them, probably to a greater extent than anywhere else, and that's because of the violence that they've presented that's caused them to come here. Some have presented with violence, but it's a vulnerability in them that causes that violence.
So is this a punishment block?
No, no. This is a care and
It
supervision.
is in terms of how some of the prisoners describe it so far.
And absolutely, and I can understand why prisoners refer to it as a block or the chokey, because historically that's what it was. It was a punishment block. But like any prison system in Europe and the United Kingdom and Ireland, we have evolved. You know, it is now a care and supervision unit, and the level of care that my staff give to the men in here is second to none. But if you want to come with me, we'll go in.
Okay. I'm a bit kind of. It's a big gulp get in here too, because I've heard so much about it.
Okay, Stephen. There's 20 men detained in here this morning. And if we look down here, and we'll pull the door back and you can have a look down, but we can't go down any further than the door, because you'll see the signs up saying caution, biohazard and what have you.
The prisoners tell me they engage in dirty protests, and is that what happens here?
That's correct. You know, dirty protests are synonymous with Northern Ireland, going back many, many years ago.
I've just heard so much about it, it's kind of daunting before I look at it, you know?
The Governor is bringing me onto the wing where prisoners are isolated after breaking prison rules.
So this is a different story than what some of the prisoners have been telling me. Just talk me along this road, Governor.
Okay, this cell here, this gentleman came over just over the weekend there because he assaulted staff, and he's got a history of assaulting staff as well. So if you just want to... this boy over here, he's here for a cell wreck.
What's that mean?
So he's damaged the contents of his cell, the furniture in it, the television in it. In other words, he's damaged prison property, but to a significant level that he's had to come here.
And this is their food left outside for them?
Yep. He's bought that through tuck shop. This gentleman here is here for suspicion of trafficking items into the prison with concealment within body cavity. So he's been in drug recovery cells downstairs, and he's been managed up to this point now, but we'll keep him here. There's a gentleman who we suspected of having drugs confined on him, and he kept them within his body orifices for almost 7 weeks.
7 weeks?
He was able to go to the bathroom and then reinsert those packages. So it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant thought, but that's what he was doing, and that's because of the attractiveness of the monetary value of smuggling something in here.
What some of the prisoners have been telling me, this is my opportunity to put it to you, is that what the prison does or can do is suspect someone for drugs. You don't need the ultimate proof, and that's a way of you punishing people, this organisation punishing people you don't like.
Okay. And I would counter that, Stephen, you know. Nobody will come into this unit just to settle a score or because I don't like them. Never on a whim, and only whenever there's a bona fide intelligence. Prison is a safety net for the community. Care and supervision unit is that much needed safety net for the prison as well.
There's a very different atmosphere back here in the main prison, but there's a terrifying darkness that both the authorities and the prisoners are grappling with. Self-harm. It plagues prison. Many of the men I've spoken to have a history of cutting themselves or attempting suicide. Anita introduces me to one young man she's been working closely with in the main prison, Barry. He's a serial arsonist. She's helped him stop cutting his own arms and legs.
I'd say to him one day about the cutting, you're going to do one of two things. A, cut too deep, get an infection, or what?
Cut with something that's dirty, and then end up with an infection.
Losing your arm, losing your leg, or worst case scenario, cutting where you don't want to cut,
No.
and losing your life.
Yeah.
Are you a worrier?
I would worry until I end up grabbing something and cutting. And
why do you cut? Because I don't understand. Do you just cut your arms?
And my legs.
Barry, that's deep.
I know, but...
So can you tell me why you do this, Barry?
It's sort of a release sort of thing, to try to escape from the situation you're in. So it is, but that's the reason why I would cut.
But it's hurting yourself.
It is hurting myself, it is, I can't argue that, like. But I haven't cut for a while now, so...
And are you trying hard not to?
Because I know if I do cut, I could lose, like, my enhancement or lose the trust that I have with the officers on the ring, and I'll end up going back to what happened in McGilligan, where I ended up hitting officers and all and stuff like that. It's just not...
Sure, you know they're always going to...
I know they're going to win.
And why do you set fire to things? Why? What's going on?
Because, see, I have Asperger's, right? And it's like, see, but I fall between all the cracks of, like, the system.
What was your latest crime?
Put them in front of it. Arson, reckless, damage property.
What did you do?
Hostel in South Belfast. Set fire to it. It was a shitty hostel, like, and they were checking on you every single hour, and my head went, so I was getting emotional, and I had a lighter and sort of, I set stuff in like a cupboard or like a wardrobe sort of thing, and just lit it, left, and then there was a telephone box, and I walked and said, look, I done an arson, I said, and that was basically it.
So you phoned yourself in?
Yes, I phoned and told that I did what I did, like.
Why?
Because it was the right thing to do, like, and I was feeling guilty about doing it because I just thought it would be the right thing at that point.
Barry, are you not worried about hurting people when you're setting things on fire?
That's a hard question to sort of ask. I just think about myself in the situation, and if that situation's bad, I need to get out of that situation.
But when you're setting something on fire,
yeah,
you know that you might hurt other people.
There's a chance, yes.
So this kind of smiley, friendly guy that I'm sitting here opposite,
yeah.
How can you set things on fire and maybe hurt other people? Children, women, men.
There's been times where I've heard where the smoke's got into places and all stuff like that, and you do sort of freak out and worry. You think, well, it has sort of gone a bit far this time. And
when do you get out?
Next September.
Are you looking forward to it?
I wasn't, but I have been the last while, aye.
So there's a bit of you doesn't want to go out into the world?
Not that I don't want to go out to the world, but I've been much sort of apprehensive because I don't know what's going to happen.
So the big question, when you get out,
yeah,
will you be safe around other people? And can they trust you?
I'd like to think they can trust me. I'm not always a threat, to be honest with you.
Barry's working in the prison, in the laundry room. In a twisted way, prison offers Barry more than he has on the outside. Friends, support, work.
I felt that.
And you get paid for it?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Tenner.
Tenner a week?
Tenner a week, aye. Money gets you stuff in the tuck, and that's really it.
What's your favourite in the tuck?
I like Bourneville's.
So do I.
Do you?
Oh, aye. I like all chocolate.
Terry chocolate orange.
I like it too.
That's nice, like.
What's the food like?
It's possible, but it's not great. Tonight we're on pork chop, I think. But the pork chop's really tough, and It's like eating a shoe, like, to be honest with you.
It's like eating a shoe?
Aye, but...
Well, can the cook not cook?
It's not a room, it's a cook. That's why I don't really want to say things in case they hear back. They'll be like, did you say that tasted like a shoe? I'd be like, no. And then I said it was like a shoe, I didn't say it was a shoe.
You're like me, you've a bit of beef on you. Do you ever get extra portions, or do they allow you, or what ways that work?
I would get a wee bit extra. I like the fish and chips, I always get an extra fish.
Do you have any kind of dreams of what you would like your life to be?
I would like a job.
What type of job?
It's like, setting, stores up and all. Like in supermarkets and all. Setting up the supermarkets.
Well, packing the shelves?
Aye.
Why do you want to do that?
You get free food at the end of the day. Free food, like, it's good crack.
The staff have worked with Barry and have helped them.
He wanted me to take him for a walk around the ground so he wouldn't have to come back and do any work. All right.
Barry is cared for in here, but this can also be a very scary place, no matter how hard, how dangerous, how tough you think you are. And these are so often troubled men. Taking away their freedom affects them. And that's the tightrope prison is walking, impacting them enough for society to claim justice, but being responsible for their well-being. Michael is a convicted bank robber with a long criminal history.
Doing the lads' laundries, we have to get them done different days. It's not too bad, like. Getting to wash my own clothes and keeping clean and getting my bedding washed every day and being out of my cell most days. Just don't overfill the washing machines. If you overfill and then nothing washes properly. And if you're doing the dryers, always empty the filters. They dry quicker.
Like many of the guys, working gets him out of his cell.
Just to throw water and stuff around these showers to get them cleaned. These have to be cleaned out every day because people go in, you end up with verrucas and stuff. To be honest with you, I'm getting it over and done with now, and then I can get back out to be with my family and my kids. It's not seen my little girl since she was born in the January. I got out on a day release and I haven't seen her since then. So that's been nearly a year and a half. So I'm trying to do as best as I can to get back out to be with my children. Instead of coming in and out of jail all the time, which is no good. Because I'm at that age now where I'm starting to wisen up. I'm not the hothead who used to jump into action first time anymore, to be honest. You should have seen what you left in them boxes, mate.
In here, there are efforts to help prisoners cope with the mental impact of imprisonment. While therapy can help, the prison service believes that some men are so deeply disturbed that the only place that they can be held is the CSU.
Why are they here and not in the hospital?
I think Northern Ireland suffers from the disjoin between personality disorder and mental health provision. In the mainland, in the UK, you know, they're aligned, and people with personality disorders are treated under the Mental Health Act. In Northern Ireland, they're not, and that's where we see that
they're jailed.
Well, they are jailed. They're not jailed because of a personality disorder or a mental health illness. They're jailed because they've committed offence against somebody.
Give me a sense of, you know, a person in mind that you know's been in this unit.
There's one gentleman springs to mind, and it's the worst that I've encountered in my time within the Northern Ireland Prison Service, who was significantly causing self-harm to himself.
What was he doing?
He was causing injuries to his arms, his head, his face. You know, he was burning himself with cigarettes and so on and so forth. Never been more worried about anybody else in this establishment, Stephen. The level of harm he caused himself was so significant that it gave me sleepless nights. But
significantly harmed himself?
Significantly harmed himself, and continues to do so. He has to go outside of these walls at some point. I have a real concern around his safety, the public's safety, and just generally how he manages it. His violence has increased where a number of staff have now been injured by him.
What type of injuries?
Recently, a number of staff entered into this cell because he was self-harming and he assaulted them to the point where one of them has a broken nose and one of them has an eye injury. And you can hear in the background, that's probably the individual that we're talking about.
A warning. The image you're about to see is disturbing. It's of a prisoner currently in the CSU. He attempted to tear the skin off his own skull before coming inside, and he's continuing to self-harm in here. This is the reality of what the staff are dealing with. He's a human being. Should he be in a prison or a hospital?
So Stephen, this landing here that we see now, and we're not going to go down any further in this.
And explain to people why we're not going down further. Is this because you don't want me to see it?
Not at all.
Or what's going on?
There's one person down there who's very volatile and very aggressive at the minute. The guy we were speaking about outside, Stephen. And you'll see that there's a block in the cell floor. That bar on the floor is called a Belfast door bar, and that's just a restrictive bar to stop the cell door opening wide to ensure that staff opening the cell door are protected against a felon person wanting to come out.
And the reason you've got that there is one of the staff members very recently ended up with a broken nose.
That's correct. It's very rare that we would use it. In my time as governor, and it's 18 months coming up now, this is the first time that I've authorised the use of it on the floor. But it's absolutely necessary to protect my staff as
and
well.
Ominously, there's the shield next to it. What's that about?
Over the weekend and last week, he was spreading not just his urine out through the cell door, but actually trying to throw it out and hit staff with it as well. So that's why there's a shield there, to give them that degree of protection as well. Further on down, there's two large cells, and there are drug recovery cells. They sound very fancy. Basically what they are, two large rooms. There's CCTV in it, and they have a chemical commode in it, so that if anything's passing through somebody who's brought drugs in, it's easily recoverable and not flushed down the system.
Are there people in each of those cells now?
There's three prisoners down here. We can hear one of them. The other two are pretty quiet, as we say.
And what's the longest length of time someone will be in there?
That cell is an observation cell, so it's a safer cell, for want of a better word. So the man in there at the minute is self-harming. He's at high risk of self-harm. I've got a very real concern that the self-harm is going to increase and get worse. So he's in there and reviewed daily. He's got a key worker from mental health point of view. But at the minute...
He's in a jail?
Yes.
So he's clearly psychiatrically ill?
I'm not qualified to say that, Stephen.
Well, nor am I, but someone self-harming to...
And I'm just moving this up, Stephen, because I don't want our presence to agitate him any further.
But Governor, someone self-harming to that extent, harming others to the extent where people have broken noses and black eyes, and it's for a prison disorder, not a mental facility. So what are you, a nurse or a prison governor?
Well, I was once told that the prison officer wears many hats. He's a counsellor, he is a mental health officer.
So what's happening now, Governor?
No, I think we need to go upstairs now, Stephen. He's starting to this.
Okay.
The gentleman in that cell will be observed on camera constantly, but staff will come and do interactions with him every 15 minutes, or usually less than 15 minutes. And that's just to make sure that there's nothing untoward happening there.
So there's a camera in the cell, is there?
Yeah. They're seeing significant acts of self-harming. He was leaving here to go to Shannon Clinic. We believed that he would get the help that he needed there, and he would be managed back in the community in a safe way. But unfortunately, he's come back, and he's
Were
now...
you shocked when he was sent back?
I was on a period of leave when he was sent back, Stephen, and got a phone call about it. And to say that I was dismayed and shocked would be an understatement. Personally, and again, not being a medical practitioner, I think he needed help. He needed help way and beyond what I can offer him here.
So what's his destiny now?
I'm not sure. That's what we're trying to work through. But there's a difficult, bumpy road ahead to work that out.
next time.
Where's the justice, Steve?
Where's the justice?
As I prepare to leave Maghaberry, I confront the first prisoner I met in here.
You've promised me that you're a reformed person.
Yeah.
Part of being reformed is about telling the truth.
Yeah.
All these years later.
Biggest mistake in my life.
And I continue to see for myself what life is like inside Maghaberry.
This is all good for you to look good for you to cameras, and that doesn't happen. We're a lot like dogs over here. This is what people's head away. I see fellas coming here that wouldn't take a drug, wouldn't take nothing, and they end up before they get out, they're fucking strung out the beds. It's not a jail, it's a fucking mental institution.
Place your hands out, palms down for me. And just push that one in.
I know we've all seen handcuffs before, but probably the majority of us haven't worn them. They're tight around your wrists, and just that immediate feeling that I'm not a free citizen anymore. That's what that tells you. I can imagine it must be terrifying in here. Absolutely terrifying. For some people. And then the even scarier thing is for those who think that this is part of their normal life, that this is their routine. They'll come in and out of jail, they'll come in and out of handcuffs. There's no way for someone to live.
Built to contain our most dangerous criminals and paramilitary prisoners, I've been given unprecedented access to Maghaberry Prison.
Coming in?
I'll come and see us. Question is, will I get back out again?
And I'm bringing you in with me to meet the men who call it home and find out what leads to a life inside.
You're getting treated like criminals in here, Stevie.
Every day, a stream of prisoners arrive.
Thank you.
They've done terrible things, hurt many people, caused so much harm. But feeling what it's like to lose my freedom
You wouldn't do too much for those ones.
Reminds me these people are still human beings.
This would be it. Through that door, and a lot of years, if that's what your sentence is, to think.
Most of the men I've met in here have been in for a while. But today, Anita is introducing me to a fairly new arrival, David.
How are you? Do I have to have the nudie picture on the wall?
I'm the only man in this place, you know.
And when your ma sees it, goes, what?
Well, she's not going to see those shit.
Well, yes, she will.
Why'd you not have to turn your head though?
What would his mum think?
Yeah, she'd probably think I have taste.
Would you be objecting if it was you men on the wall?
Of course. There's not one of them the same. Blonde, dark.
Definitely not. Beggars can't be choosers.
But you're happy enough?
Yeah.
Grant.
All right, mate. Good to see you.
David has previous convictions, including assaulting police officers, but nothing as serious as the manslaughter that recently led to his arrival in Maghaberry and a stay in Ban House, something he says was a shock to the system.
See, your first couple of weeks, it is the hardest. Like, I was physically starving, and I was on the phone to my family, and I told my sister, life is just not living while you're in here, because you're not living. And they came back to me, the staff, believe it or not, because I was being polite and never gave off at them, and they gave me a job. So they did over in Band.
So they had heard that phone call and they were concerned about you?
Yeah. So they came to my cell door and gave me a job. I was celled up with another guy that was actually here for tying up his cellmate. He tied him up and held him hostage. So he did, and they put me in a cell with him. And as soon as I went in, he was like, I can't guarantee his safety. And I just turned and looked at the officer like, you need to get me out of here. Like, he's just told you I'm not safe in here.
What did the officer say?
The officer says, oh, you're gonna have to put your head down.
Are you scared in here?
Yeah, it is a scary place. You know, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. You know, I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not the sort of person that would like sort out problems with my fists, believe it or not, for what I am in here for.
David is serving an 8.5-year sentence for manslaughter after stabbing an intruder in his home.
I'm here because of a burglar. I was lying in my bed and basically didn't drink that night, had a really nice quiet night, you know. I was tempted to go out, but then I was like, no, I'll just have an early night. And then next thing you know, my door got hit. 2 masked men, one had a knife. You know,
You were in bed at the time?
Yeah. So the door hit. I go downstairs to answer it, and as soon as I open the door, there was a knife in my face, like, you're dealing in the area, you need to give us money, and basically drugs. And I never had any money, but I did have 2 grams of grass, you know, 20 pounds worth that I smoked myself. I was like, yeah, take what's in the cupboard. And whenever I was standing there, like, okay, they're gonna take what they want and like leave me alone, that's whenever he tried to stab me. And it just went into a complete...
Unprovoked?
I never did anything at that stage. I was willing to give them what
But why would this guy want to stab you?
Maybe because they were unhappy with what I had. It's crazy because, see...
Really, David, though? Really?
Yeah, really. Basically, that's exactly what happened.
So in those moments where he's at the cupboard, you say your back's at the wall, are you thinking whether to attack him or not?
No, I had no intention to attack him because I was so petrified, you know, and then whenever he tried to stab me and I got that weapon, then I went into complete attack mode.
You're claiming that you tried to protect yourself?
Yeah, basically. And whenever they explained to me what I did in the interview room, I was shocked, you know.
What did they say?
It says he was stabbed 6 times, which was, for me, horrible. You know, I was crying my eyes out whenever I heard it, because I never thought I could do something so barbaric. But it's amazing what you can do when you're in a life and death situation. You know, you might change into someone else for that short time.
Where did you stab him?
He was stabbed in the liver and heart, which were 2 fatal wounds. So either one of them would have killed him outright.
So you grabbed the actual knife, and are you trying to stop it coming into your body, or are you trying to...
I'm pretty sure what I did is I just turned it towards him.
The court did not fully accept David's version of events. The judge said that while David was subject to a frightening and unjustifiable assault, the men who came to David's door were unarmed, and that it was David who lifted the knife from his own kitchen.
What were you convicted of?
From day one, I admitted that I killed him. I phoned the police and says, listen, I've just killed a burglar. But what ended up happening is it got brought down to manslaughter because I never admitted to, which there was nothing to admit to, that I meant to kill him, which I didn't, you know. It was just in that situation, it was him or me.
What did the court find against you then, David?
So you have reasonable force, don't you, whenever someone comes into your house? I went beyond that. So what I did, because I saved myself, morally was kind of right, but by the law, it wasn't right. You know, because by the law, you can use so much force, but, you know, the guy did, like you says, I did kill him.
The judge also found that the men had been harassing David in the days leading up to the killing, and that David placed a hammer by the front door and went to bed that night wearing his coat and shoes.
So there had been a lead up to this?
A lead up, yeah.
This wasn't a random burglary?
It was windows being smashed, my house being egged. It's just because I didn't know them that well. And then they were trying to like befriend me, but they weren't my sort of people, you know, and then obviously they didn't like that, so they started coming around and smashing my house.
What, was the knife never recovered?
The knife was recovered, so it was recovered in an alleyway in a bin. Yeah. Because when the other guy ran away, I'm assuming he got rid of it.
The judge determined it was David who disposed of the knife.
What's it feel like in your quieter moments? You're lying in this bed.
It's horrible. Yeah.
Why are your eyes tearing up?
Just, it is like, it's an emotional thing. Just because having a death in your hands, whatever scenario, even a war, whatever it is, if you've got a remorse, it's gonna haunt you. So it is, you know.
And it haunts you?
Yeah, it does, definitely. Anyone could have been in my situation.
Here, listen, thank you very much.
Yes, it's nice meeting you, Stephen. You too.
It is David's view that anyone could find themselves in his situation, but it's how we react that matters. David's actions that night took a young man's life, his parents, his friends, his loved ones have to deal with that reality every single day for the rest of their lives. Prison may be hard, but it's temporary. The trauma, the pain, the grief these men have inflicted on their victims and their loved ones will never go away.
Come on, down, you playing! Where's the justice, Steve? Where is the justice?
Where is the justice?
Stephen Nolan, you fat prick!
Can you believe they're calling me fat? Can you believe it?
I've just bumped into a prisoner on his way back from visits. He's not happy.
I had a visit there 2:45 and she's the gate with 2 kids and they said no, she's 5 minutes over the time. You can't have your visit, so go back. So she's at the front gate there with 2 kids. We're locked like dogs. This is all for you to look through, for you to use the cameras, and that doesn't happen. We're locked like dogs over here.
Over where?
Over in Davis. I'm at Davis. We're all locked like dogs. That's all bullshit because you're in. No, this happens. They get away with everything in here.
How long are you in for? How many more years?
2 years left.
What are you going to do? Go out and come back in again?
No, fuck, nah, I'm getting it right this time. I'm just going to go back to buying selling cars and keep my head down and staying away from crime and have to for this fucking shit. I'm not, of course I mean it. I need a change. I'm sick of it. This is a mental health institution. This isn't jail. This is a change. This is put people's head away. I seen fellas coming in here that wouldn't take a drug, wouldn't take nothing, and they end up, before they get out, they're fucking strung out the beds. It's not a jail. It's a fucking mental institution. This is... You're only saying, yes, the facilities are brilliant. Yes, it looks good. It all looks happy days. But when there's no staff, there's no nothing. Do you get me?
And tell me what your latest crime was.
What do you mean? A robbery? 5 years ago. It was just stupid.
But robbing who? Or what?
What?
Robbing who or what?
What was a robbery?
Yes, but was it... Like, what was the robbery?
It was a robbery of a post office. I'm not going to go into that, but no one was hurt. I got 5 years for it, and... I didn't go in, no, but then...
So all I'm saying is, right?
Yes, I understand.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm saying there's a hold on.
Yeah.
Two different things.
There's innocent victims, yes.
Right, but 2 different things.
People do, I know what you're going to try and say, and I understand people who are doing their job and shouldn't have to...
And you're walking in somewhere and traumatising them,
yes.
and then you're complaining about the conditions and your punishment.
But do you think that's right? But yes, I've done wrong, so there's 2 wrongs to make it right.
But you're repeatedly doing wrong.
I understand that, but I'm trying to make you shame and for people to see us as what's going on in here. That's what I'm trying to. That's why I'm talking to you about this, because it's not right.
Would it affect
people committed suicide? A fella when I was in Floyd died. I was down the stairs. See, the next 2 days later, I was fucked in this cell. Do you know what I mean? I was looking out the window and there's the wee black van that's just there.
Tell me this: what can the system do?
The system
to hold on to stop you getting out and coming back in again.
System, better facilities, but right, I get out there, I have my own family to go to, my own address, go to grandmothers or go to my partners, but they're trying to send people to fucking hostels, probation, rapist hostels with sex offenders, kiddie fiddlers. They're sending people where he's a criminal, right, there's your 5-year licence, right, go to probation once a week, try and change. What the fuck? Yes, I've committed a crime, but you're going from one jail to another. No, yes, I understand that, but you're going from one jail to another. Do you know what I mean? So you're there, you ain't getting out after doing 2.5 years. No, you can't go home, you can't go there, but we want to put you in a hostel. The manor, there's lifers are only after doing 20 years. There's people there for robbery. There's top fucking Sunday world sex offenders, kiddie fiddlers, the worst of disgrace, sitting at the dinner table in them hostels, and they expect you, yes, no bar, to go in and change. I know I've done wrong, but that wouldn't be me. I would rather do the jail and fucking stick to that, you know what I mean? If I had that much money, you sitting in your arse torturing them politicians, I would have a few quid. Do you know what I mean?
Bye-bye, Joe.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, see you later, senior officer. Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you later, Stephen. See you in the morning.
The prisoners complain about a lack of resources to help them and their mental health.
West Side, motherfucker. Haha, keep on, West Side.
But the brutal truth is that these are the issues their victims are also dealing with.
Any chance of an interview?
Oh, you want to interview me, do you?
I'm an innocent man.
Behind these walls, do these men recognise the damage they've done? 33-year-old Jason was the ringleader of a gang who conned 76 victims out of thousands of pounds in online scams.
Well, this is quite hot. Quite dangerous. You might need to stand back.
His victims were left feeling hurt, humiliated and angry, with some having lost their life savings. He's agreed to speak to me, but isn't keen to talk about his crimes. I am. You pled guilty to 15 counts of conspiracy.
Yeah. That's
fraud.
Yeah, that's what my solicitor advised me to do.
9 of acquiring criminal property and 1 charge of converting criminal property.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, see, that's all that stuff is in the past. And I think when that day when I came from court and I was put in the prison bus, I sort of just move on with the future, and I put everything like that behind me. Yeah.
So what was the crime? Was it selling people cars, selling people mobiles? At least they thought they were being sold them.
Yeah, I believe people I think they bought things that didn't exist at the time. But, you know, the mechanical part of that stuff that was going on, hand on my heart, I have no idea. It's very hard to speak about it. It is because it's embarrassing. You know, nobody wants to talk about mistakes that they made in their life.
So
I didn't do them in my own mind.
Did you con people out of departing with their money? Like, is that what you did?
The group of people did, and I was part of that group.
Psychologically, are you in shutdown about what you did, or is it embarrassment? Because there's no doubt me sitting here, like, you know what you did, but you don't want to say it out loud.
I've been told, and I've heard hundreds of times about what I was part of, and you know, it's confusing for me. Now, I know this may sound stupid to you, but it's confusing to me as it is. Obviously, not as confusing as it is for you, but like I say, like I could mention something that I was probably part of, but it was someone else that was bigger into it.
Lost their life savings for imaginary cars that didn't exist.
They could say, right, oh, I've lost my life savings and lost this and that. Nobody is going to give their life savings for a car.
But some people lost thousands of pounds.
Which is a lot of money. A lot of money to lose, for anybody to lose.
And like, were they vulnerable and old and confused, or who was targeted?
I wouldn't know about their age, sex and location, to be honest with you. You know, I wouldn't really know much about that.
Like what I'm reading here, and I'm trying to get it from you.
Yeah.
Jason Donoghue was the ringleader of a fraud racket worth £187,000, selling mobiles and classic cars that didn't exist.
£187,000. Do I look like you, like a man that has £187,000?
Well, I don't know, so you tell me.
I'm not saying that I wasn't part of something like this here, because I'm here, I'm in jail. You know, I'm not delusional. But I think a lot of other people got off quite lightly with that. But that's, you know, the case is over when it's dealt with.
What? What was being sold that doesn't exist?
Like it says, there was cars there on the paper that you read out. Cars and...
To convince people to buy cars that you couldn't show them.
See, this is the thing. I didn't convince anybody.
So what did you do?
You know, I didn't convince anybody to do anything that they didn't want to do. Like, I didn't ask people. I didn't say, look, give me your money, or I didn't go to people and grab them and say, look, I want your money. I didn't rob anybody. Like,
they thought they were buying a car.
Yeah.
They gave you their details. And there was never a car. Once you got their bank details, you took their money and you disappeared, and they then couldn't track you down.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
That's probably, yeah, that's probably around the situation of it. But
did you know what was happening?
Well, to a certain extent, yeah. Like in reality, like, yeah.
And why then? Because you'd never been inside before.
Never.
So why, when you know that, and you know that there's decent people and they're losing their money, where is the morality inside you? What goes on? Were you desperate for money, or like, why didn't you say, hold on, stop? I'm hurting people here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to bring this interview into.
Well, see, there's a lot. See, you could dwell on that, and you could say to yourself, why I did this in my life and why I did that in my life. Nobody really knows the answer to that.
Like, we all understand the difference between right and wrong.
A lot of people don't.
And you didn't?
There's a lot of things I don't understand. An awful lot of things. You know, 15 months.
That's where you've got to go?
It's a long time. A year and 3 months. Or 450 days. whatever way you want to look at it. It's a long time, man. But I don't sit and dwell on it. I don't sit and think about it, really. I try not to, because you sit and think about it, you'll think of stupid things, and you'll open up other things, and you'll think about other worse things, and you think about the past, and that's sort of a place where I don't want to go to, is the past. You know?
The judge described you as a calculating individual, a con man, and a liar.
See, do you know
who successfully hoodwinked your victims out of tens of thousands of pounds, and that's from a judge.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm sitting here thinking, am I being manipulated by someone saying, well, you know, I'm not, oh, you tell me, and I'm sitting here thinking, am I sitting opposite a con man who's shaping around the story?
Since I got on that prison bus, I'm a different man. My one night was enough here. The first night I came here, I promised myself I'd never come back again. Just, if you were to hand me £1 million, which I know you do have, if you were to hand me that to stay here for 5 years, you know, I wouldn't do it. It doesn't pay. You know, money is it's immaterial.
Money is not immaterial to the people Jason defrauded. Prisoners move on. They work on themselves. They turn their lives around. But their actions have lasting, permanent consequences. Their victims are forced to pick up the pieces. And in the most tragic cases, some don't ever get that chance. Before I leave, I want to speak to the first prisoner I met in here, Andreas.
Good to see you.
Big honor to meet you, actually.
He was sentenced for murder after dragging his victim into an alleyway and beating him to death.
I regret what I've done it, and I never can forgive myself. Never.
What happened?
Just a man was attacked for no reason. Drink. Me and my friend go walking home and attack man for no reason. I see him, his face, everything.
You may or may not believe that Andreas is remorseful, that he's changed. But there's one more part to his story that he neglected to include.
I know a lot more now than what I did on day one that I walked in here. It is such a learning experience, and hopefully it has been for you too. I just want to complete Andreas' story, and I think that it's unfinished because there are unanswered questions. So I want to go and have a wee chat with him about some things that I haven't been told and see what his explanation is. Andreas!
Hello, Stephen. Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Yes.
So, Andreas, the reason why I've come back to see you, when I went outside, I looked through the court case. You had said to me that you don't know why you picked on the person who you killed. But the court said that you specifically targeted that person because they were gay.
No, definitely not, Stephen.
I'm just comparing what the court said. So I want to read this to you, because at the moment, Andreas, what I can't do is I can't just take what you have said. I have to put the full version. Okay? So the judge said, I have no doubt whatever that they did so. This is attack this victim because they knew he was homosexual and intended to attack him and did attack him for that reason.
No, it's not true. Definitely not true, Stephen.
And what the court also saw, Andreas, was that after this man was attacked, he was then dragged up an entry and attacked for a second time by you.
I no one remembers this one, so it's very hard to remember.
And that this victim was quite well known to be gay, and that you targeted him just because of his sexuality.
No, it's not true.
Now, you've promised me that you're a reformed person. Part of being reformed is about telling the truth all these years later.
Biggest mistake in my life. And again, I want to sorry victims' family, all my heart, Stephen.
Why is it hurting so much?
Because it took somebody's life. Somebody's life took somebody's life, and that's why no one remember. Lying in the cell sometimes at night time, thinking, why this night was, why no come back home, why? He's first innocent man. That's it, sorry, so no one told.
Okay.
Truth has been hard to find in Maghaberry. It's a messy, complicated place.
As you've driven into Maghaberry, you've seen large grey walls, large fences, and those grey walls predominantly keep prisoners in prison, but also keep the general public from actually seeing what happens in prison. It's not the draconian, dark dungeon that people would think. You know, there's a significant amount of good work that goes on in here. This morning there's 100 men in my care who have diagnosed and recognised psychotic condition.
This is a place of punishment, but locked in here are problems that scare me. Addiction, childhood trauma, huge mental health issues, all complicated and difficult to fix. The scale of that is something the prison service is struggling to address. But although many have been scarred by these men's crimes, we all need to decide how we treat these human beings.
Get the floor brushed. I would like to be paying you by the hour.
Oh, I don't get paid for us either. That's annoying. Slave labour.